The session is now called to order. Please rise for the singing of the national anthem.
Bayang magiliw, pelos ang silanganan, alam ng puso, sa titik mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, buyan ka ng magiting, sa manlulupi, di ka pasisingil, sa dagat at bundok, sa simoy at sa langit mong baghang, may nilang ang tula at awit sa paglayang minamahal. Ang kisap ng watawat mo'y tagumpay na nanginigil, ang bituin at araw niya kailan pang may magdidilim. Lupa ng araw ng warangit pagsinta, buhay langit sa piling mo. Aming ligaya na pag may mga apit, at mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Let us remain standing for a silent prayer and meditation. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we call the roll of members.
Before we call the roll of members, may I request for the majority that we suspend first the session. Session suspended. Brad. Session resumed. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we defer the calling of the roll.
Any objection? The chair hears none. The motion is approved. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, considering that copies of the journal of the previous session have been distributed to the members, I move that journal number 9 of August 8, 2018 be approved. We dispense with the reading of the journal. I move that we dispense with the reading of the journal.
Any objection? The chair hears none. The motion is approved. Majority
I
Leader.
move for the approval of the journal, journal number 9 of August 8, 2018.
There's a motion to approve journal number 9, dated August 18, 2018. Any objection? The chair hears none. The motion is approved. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we now proceed with the reference of business and request that the Secretary General be directed to read the titles of the bills and resolutions on first reading, as well as communications and committee reports.
Any objection? The chair hears none. The motion is approved. The Secretary General is hereby directed to read the title of bills and resolutions on first reading for referral to the appropriate committees.
Reference of business bills on first reading, House Bill 8074, requiring personnel of business establishments, members of organizations or associations, and all other persons providing tourism services to undergo basic first aid training. Representative Biazon.
To the Committee on Tourism.
House Bill 8075, renewing the franchise granted to Golden Broadcast Professional Incorporated. Representative Lobregat.
To the Committee on Legislative Franchises.
House Bill 8076, promoting corporate farming, providing incentives therefor. Representative Aumentado.
To the Committee on Agriculture and Food.
House Bill 8077, mandating the movie and television industry to observe due deference to the cultural sensitivities and intellectual property rights of indigenous cultural communities, indigenous peoples. Representative Catampo.
To the Committee on Public Information.
House Bill 8079, reconstituting the governing board of the PCA. Representatives Panganiban, Yap, Macapagal Arroyo, Lagman, Lobregat, Sagarbaria, Escudero, Tan, Chavez, and Suarez.
To the Committee on Government Enterprises and Privatization.
House Bill 8080, the Omnibus Investment Code of the Philippines. Representative Biron.
To the Committee on Trade and Industry.
House Bill 8081, requiring the establishment of fully equipped science laboratories in every public elementary and secondary school. Representative C.
To
Alvarado.
the Committee on Basic Education and Culture.
House Bill 8082, reducing electricity rates by allocating the net national government share from the Malampaya Natural Gas Project for the payment of the stranded contract costs and stranded debts of the NPC. Representatives Velasco and Uybareta.
To the Committee on Energy.
Resolutions. House Resolution 2059, calling for an urgent inquiry into Civil Service Commission, Commission on Audit, Department of Budget and Management Joint Circulars 1 Series of 2017. Representatives Tino, Castro, Ilago, Zarate, Brosas, De Jesus, and Casilla.
To the Committee on Rules.
House Resolution 2060, calling for immediate inquiry into the policies of DepEd in relation to the results-based performance management system. Representatives Tino and Castro.
To the Committee on Rules.
House Resolution 2061, calling for investigation of the policies of DepEd and the promotion of teaching personnel. Representatives Tino and Castro
To the
Friends.
Committee on Rules.
House Resolution 2062, calling for investigation on the imposition of additional requirements of no pending criminal cases involving moral turpitude on officers of revenue-generating agencies. Representative Suarez.
To the Committee on Rules.
House Joint Resolution 25, extending the validity and availability of the fund for the Marcos human rights violation victims with Land Bank of the Philippines and authorizing the CHR to administer the effective distribution of the funds to qualified victims. Representative Villarreal.
To the Committee on Human Rights.
Messages from the Senate. Message dated August 6.
To the
Pass.
Committee on Rules.
Message dated August 7, forming the House. Passed House Bill 6114 and 6742 without amendment.
To the Committee on Rules.
Message dated August 7, informing the House that the Senate on even date passed House Bill 6621 with amendments.
To the Committee on Health.
Message dated August 7, informing the House that the Senate on even date passed Senate Bill number
To
1280.
the Committee on Trade and Industry.
Message dated August 7, informing the House that the Senate on even date passed Senate Bill 1529.
To the Committee on Basic Education and Culture.
Message dated August 7, informing the House that the Senate on even date passed Senate Bill number 1641.
To the Committee on Civil Service and Professional Regulation.
Communications, letter dated July 3, submitting the report and fund utilization for the quarter ended June 30 on the LGSF, FA to LGUs.
To the Committee on Appropriations.
Letter dated July 6, Provincial Governor, Mountain Province, submitting quarterly financial fiscal report of operations.
To the Committee on Appropriations.
Email dated July 10, DILG Balagtas, Bulacan.
to the Committee on Appropriations,
Email dated July 11, DILG San Ildefonso, Bulacan.
to the Committee on Appropriations,
Report on fund utilization, Kabatuan, Isabela.
to the Committee on Appropriations,
Report on fund utilization of Peñaranda, Nueva Ecija.
to the Committee on Appropriations,
Report on fund utilization and status program, Quezon, Nueva Ecija.
to the Committee on Appropriations,
Report on fund utilization status program, Misamis Occidental.
to the Committee on Appropriations,
Report on fund and status program, Candelarias, Zambales.
to the Committee on Appropriations,
Quarterly financial and fiscal report of operations of Bukidnon.
to the Committee on Appropriations,
Quarterly financial report of operations attested by Rebecca Iñarez, Provincial Governor Rizal.
to the Committee on Appropriations,
Quarterly financial fiscal accomplishment of operations, Ilagan Isabela.
to the Committee on Appropriations,
Quarterly financial fiscal report of operations, Bohol.
to the Committee on Appropriations,
Utilization report, CMGP for the second quarter, Zambales.
to the Committee on Appropriations,
Committee reports, report number 816 by the Committee on Justice on HB 8078.
to the Committee on Rules,
Report number 817 by the Committee on Human Rights on HJR number 26.
to the Committee on Rules,
Report number 818 by the Committee on Ways and Means and Appropriations on HB 8083.
to the Committee on Rules,
Report number 819 by the Committee on Higher and Technical Education on HB 8084.
to the Committee on Rules. Majority Leader,
Madam Speaker, I move that we acknowledge the guests of Speaker Gloria Macapagal Arroyo, Congressman John Bertis, and Congressman Tony Bravo, and their guests are the following: Congressman Takemoto Naokazu, the House of Representatives of Japan, together with Miyakawa Takeshi, Secretary of Kong Takemoto, Kokubu Hikari, Secretary of Kong Takemoto, Kevin Ochi Keito, PR and Political Advisor, Hanashima Shinpei, Captain Shigeta Yasuteru, Uchida Takahiro.
guests of our Honorable Speaker, our friends from Japan, welcome to the House of Representatives. Majority Leader,
May I also request to acknowledge the guests of Congresswoman Evelina Escudero. They are the students from Nanzan University, Nagoya, Japan, led by Professor Hajime Sato.
the guests of Congresswoman Evelina Escudero, please rise. Welcome to the House of Representatives. Coming also from Japan.
May I request
Majority
also
Leader.
the recognition of the guests of Honorable Rolando Andaya, our Majority Leader, members of the Sangguniang Kabataan Federation of San Luis and Mabini, headed by Maria Luis Valle and Kim Arvin Katabay.
Yan po ay mga panauhin ko. Mula po sa bayan ng San Luis at Mabini, mga susunod na leader namin sa aming distrito, mga sangguniang kabataan. Mabuhay kayo at salamat sa pagparito sa House of Representatives.
Pagpaumahin niyo po,
Majority Leader,
guest pala yun ng ating Deputy Speaker. I would also like to request for the recognition of your guest as well, Mr. Speaker. ABC 24 barangay captains from the municipality of San Luis, headed by ABC President Eileen Ocampo from the 2nd Legislative District of the province of Batangas.
bukas po darating sila at i-recognize ko sila bukas po. Majority Leader,
Andito po ba ang inyong guests mula po sa recipients ng Pantawid Pamilya Program from the province of Batangas, headed by Miss Adelaida Dolar?
mga panohin po natin mula sa lalawigan ng Batangas, membro po ng 4Ps. Mabuhay po kayo at welcome sa House of Representatives.
I move for 4Ps from Marikina City.
4Ps from Marikina City, guests of Congressman Miro, welcome to the House of Representatives. Majority Leader,
I move that we recognize the guests of Congressman Manuel Luis Lopez. Sila po ang mga miyembro ng Pantawid Pamilya Pilipino Program from Tondo, Manila.
members of 4Ps from the District of Representative Manny Lopez, welcome to the House of Representatives. Majority Leader,
I move to suspend, Mr. Speaker.
session suspended.
with tariffs and creating the Rice Competitiveness Enhancement Fund. Roll call of members, consideration House Bill number 7. Bagilat, Barsaga, Batawil, Batocabe, Bautista Bandigan, Bilaro, Belmonte Feliciano, Belmonte Jose Christopher, Belmonte Ricardo, Benitez, Bernos, Bertis, Biason, Billones, Biron, Bulilia, Bondok, Bordado, Bravo Anthony, Bravo Marabida, Brosas, Bulot Bigtang, Kagas, Kalalang, Calderon, Calix Serbiano, Caminero, Campos, Kanama, Kari, Kasilaw,
Mr. Speaker, ang boto po ng kinatawang ito ay no at nais ko pong ipaliwanag ang aking boto.
Castelo, Caso France,
Mr. Speaker, my vote is no, and I will explain my vote later.
Caso Fredenil, Katamco, Cayetano, Celeste, Serafica, Cirilles, Chavez,
1.2 ang rice farm workers, including their dependents.
Chipeco,
2.4
Co,
rice farmers plus
1.2
Cuangco,
iba pa yun.
Colliantes,
yung trabaho nila.
Cortez, Cortuna, Cosalan, Crisologo, Cuba, Quaresma, Cueva, Dalipe, Datol, Dasa, Jesus,
Mr. Speaker, ang boto ko po ay no at mamaya po ay ipapaliwanag ko.
De Venecia, De Vera, Defensor, Del Mar, Del Rosario, Del Oso Montalia, Dimaporo Abdullah, Dimaporo Khalid, Duavit, Durano, D, Ilago, Enverga, Erice, Erigel, Ermita Buhain, Escudero, Espina, Espino, Estrella, Eusebio, Ivardone, Fariñas, Fernando, Ferrer Juliet, Ferrer Luis, Ferriol, Florendo, Flores, Fortuno, Fentebella, Garbin, Garcia Gwendolyn, Garcia Jose, Garcia Albano, Gary Richard, Gary Sharon, Gasataya, Gatchalian, Heron, Goana Cristina, Gomart, Gomez, Gonzaga, Gonzales Alexandria, Gonzales Aurelio Dong, Gonzales Fernando, Goriseta, Gulias, Hernandez, Herrera D,
Hofer, Halosos, Javier, Ko, Konghun, Labad-Labad, Lacson, Lanete, Laugan, Lazatin, Lietchon, Lee, Lim Kai Chong, Lobrigat, Lagman, Lopez Benhur, Lopez Carlo, Lopez Manuel Luis, Loyola, Macapagal Arroyo, Maceda, Madrona, Malapitan, Manalo, Mangawang, Mangudadato Suharto, Mangudadato Sajid, Marcoleta, Marcos, Mariño, Marquez, Martinez, Matugas, Miliana, Mending, Mendoza, Mercado, Mirasol, Montoro, Nava, Nieto, Noel, Nograles Jericho, Nograles Carlo, Nolasco, Núñez Malañaon, Waminal, Ocampo, Olivares, Ong Edwin, Ong Henry, Ortega Pablo, Ortega Bininola, Pacquiao, Paduano, Palma, Pancho, Panganiban, Panotes, Papandayan, Pichay, Pimentel, Pineda, Plaza, Primicias Agabas, Kimbo, Radaza, Ramirez Sato, Ramos, Relampagos, Revilla, Roapuno, Robes, Rocamora, Rodriguez Isidro, Rodriguez Maximo, Roman, Romero, Romualdez, Romualdo, Roque, Sakdalan, Sagarbaria, Sahali, Salazeda, Salimbangon, Salo, Salon, Sambar, Sankopan, Sandoval, Santos Recto, Sarmiento Cesar, Sarmiento Edgar Mary, Sabeliano, Sema, Siao, Silverio, Singson, Swansing Estrelleta, Swansing Horacio, Suarez, C. Alvarado, Tambunting, Tan Angelina, Tan Milagrosa, Tan Shirley, Tijada, Teves, Janko, Ting, Tino,
Mr. Speaker, I vote no and would like to explain my vote later.
Tolentino, Treñas, Tugna, Tupas, T, Umali, Unabia, Ungab, Unico, Uy Juliet, Oy Rolando, Oy Barreta, Vargas, Vargas Alfonso, Velarde, Velasco, Velasco Catera, Veloso, Vergara, Villapuerte, Villanueva, Villaraza Suarez, Villarica, Villarin,
Mr. Speaker, I will explain my vote later.
Violago, Yap Artur,
I abstain, Mr. Speaker, but I'll explain my vote later.
Yap Milesio, Yap Victor, Yu Zamora Maria Carmen, Zamora Ronaldo, Sarate, Subiri. Second call for the consideration of House Bill 7735. Abaya. Atsaron. Akop. Acosta. Acosta Alba, Adyong, Advincula, Aglipay Bilyar, Alvarez Pantaleon, Amante, Angara Castillo, Arbison, Atienza, Aumentado, Batocabe, Biazon, Belmonte Feliciano, Biron, Brosas, Bulot Begtang, Kagas, Kanama, Kari, Castelo, Celeste, Cueva, de Venecia, D. Erice, Espino, Estrella, Fernando, Fuentevilla, Garcia, Jose Marie, Gatchalian, Gomez, Gonzaga, Goroseta, Halos Hos, Javier, Ko, Lingkay Chong, Lobrigat, Lopez Carlo, Loyola, Manalo, mga Dadato Shajid, mga Dadato Suharto, Marquez, Miliana, Mending, Mercado, Nograles Jericho, Nolasco, Ocampo, Pimentel, Kimbo, Ramirez Sato, Rodriguez Maximo, Roman, Roque, Salimbangon, Sandoval, Santos Recto, Sarmiento Cesar, Singson, C. Alvarado, Tan Meligrosa, Tan Cherny, Tolentino, Treñas, Tupas, Umali, Unabia, Vargas, Villarde, Velasco, Villafuerte, Villaraza Suarez, Villarica, Biolago, Zamora Maria Carmen, Zamora Ronaldo, Zubiri.
With 201 affirmative votes, 7 negative votes, and 1 abstention, House Bill 7735 is approved on third reading. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, good afternoon. I move that we have the explanation of votes with each member explaining to be recognized in the order they were manifested and that each of them be given 3 minutes. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Representative Casilao is recognized for his explanation of vote.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Magandang hapon po. This representation vehemently votes no on House Bill 7735. Mr. Speaker, Anak Pawis opposes rice tarification as it has consistently opposed rice importation every time the government sees the mirage of rice shortages in this country. Our farmers oppose this bill because rice tarification will toll the demise of our rice industry and the further immiseration of our rice farmers. This bill totally abandons our rice farmers in favor of rice importation, in favor of rice traders and hoarders at home, and of rice farmers of Vietnam and Thailand. And with this abandonment, Mr. Speaker, our country will totally lose its food security. Since former President Marcos stopped his subsidy and support program for Masagana 99, our government has virtually stopped supporting our rice industry, except for its measly support price at the farm gate. Since then, rice farming in the country is like throwing a dice on the table, even though the odds against the rice farmers are high. It is a losing proposition. That is why the bulk of rural poverty can be found in our rice farming sector. As if neglecting our rice industry is not enough, this government is now abandoning our rice farmers with this bill that will allow rice importation anytime and without limit, except the capability of rice importers to pay the tariff duties. Ang bill na ito, Mr. Speaker, ay hindi lamang dagok sa ating industriya ng palay at sa ating kasiguraduhan ng pagkain. Dagok din ito sa 90% ng ating mamayan na kumakain ng bigas. Sabi nila, libre mangarap. Ngunit, hindi tayo libreng magsinungaling at magsabog ng mga maling pangako. Bababa daw ang presyo ng bigas kung mag-tarification tayo. Ipinuslit ang pangakong ito sa kabila ng marami na tayong karanasan tulad ng Agricultural Tarification Act. Bumababa ang presyo ng patatas, sibuyas, bawang Naiiyak na nga tayo bago pa man hiwain ng sibuyas dahil sa mahal na presyo. Bumababa ang presyo ng mga gasolina dahil sa oil deregulation law. Ang mga pangakong ito ay palaging napapako. Pero ano ang nangyari, Mr. Speaker? Linggo-linggo ang pagtaas ng presyo ng gasolina. 2 years ago, we enacted a law that declared rice smuggling as economic sabotage. Mr. Speaker, I oppose this bill dahil ang bill na magpapahintulot sa pag-import ng bigas na wala ng limitasyon maliban sa taripa ay matindi pa sa economic sabotage. This bill spells the economic genocide to our 2.4 million rice
Majority
farmers,
Leader, your time is up.
1.2 million rice farm workers. Maraming salamat, Mr. Speaker.
Representative Castro is recognized for
Thank you, Mr.
explanation of vote.
Speaker. Ang representasyong pong ito ay bumoto ng no sa Rice Tarification Bill sa mga sumusunod na kadahilanan. Una, hindi po ito ang sagot para mapababa ang presyo ng bigas sa ating bansa. Mas dapat pokusan ng gobyerno ang pagbibigay ng full government subsidy sa mga magsasaka at sa agricultural industry upang hindi kailanganin pa na mag-angkat ng bigas mula sa iba't ibang bansa at para sumapat na rin ang bigas na mula mismo sa ating mga magsasaka. Ikalawa, walang garantiya na bababa ang presyo ng bigas kahit pa mapasa ito bilang batas. Dahil sa kasalukuyan, nag-aangkat na ng bigas mula pa sa ibang bansa pero patuloy pa rin ang pagtaas ng presyo. According to the Philippine Statistics Authority, Mr. Speaker, for the last 6 months of 2018, the prices of rice have already increased 24 times at a net increase of 2.65 pesos. The price of regular milled rice was 38.04 per kilogram, and on the first quarter of the year, it has jacked up to 39 pesos and 74 cents per kilogram, or 1 peso and 70 cents increase. Last June, the price moved up to 40 pesos and 69 cents per kilogram. Hindi rin mapipigilan ng bill na ito ang lumalalang rice smuggling, cartel o hoarding. According to the research group Ibon Foundation, an average of 2.44 million metric tons smuggled rice entered the country from 2011 to 2014. In 2013, 548,656 hectares were affected due to smuggling, or 12% of the area planted with rice, with 8 pesos to 10 billion foregone tariff revenues. And lastly, Mr. Speaker, this bill will decide the fate of our 2.4 million rice farmers and farm
Please wind up.
workers. It will decide whether they shall live or die of abandonment by their government and of poverty and hunger. This bill will also decide the fate of 90% of the population which eat rice for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It will decide whether they will have to stop eating rice because of its unaffordable high prices, or to continue eating rice at the great risk of forfeiting their other basic needs. Again, Mr. Speaker, my vote is no for this bill na anti-mamamayan at mas lalong anti-magsasaka. Thank you po.
Representative De Jesus is recognized for her explanation of vote.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Ang pagpapakete ng panukalang batas na ito ay maaaring makalito, kundi man sa pinakamasahol ay maaari pang makapanlinlang. Pero ang kinatawang ito ay bumoto ng no sa Rice Tarification Bill dahil wala kahit butil na pakinabang ang mga kababaihan at mamamayan, lalo na ang mga pisanteng kababaihan. Sinasabi ng mga tagapagsulong ng House Bill 7735 na bababa ang presyo ng bigas bunga umano ng mas maraming supply ng bigas sa pamilihan. Subalit sa aktwal, lalong magmamahal ang presyo ng bigas at gutom ang aabuti ng mga kapatid nating mga magsasaka. Sa ilalim ng panukalang batas, tatanggalin ang rice import quota at papalitan ng tariff rates para sa imports. Lalong babaha ang imported na bigas na lalong pipilay sa lokal na produksyon ng palay. Ang 300,000 metric tons lang ng palay ang target na bilhin ng NFA mula sa mga lokal na magsasaka, or 1.6% lang ng produksyon sa bansa. Malinaw naman sa mandato ng NFA na dapat 10% ang bilhin nito. Kapag naging batas itong rice tarification, higit na maisasantabi ang mga lokal na magsasaka dahil lalong mamamayani ang mga rice importers and traders na siyang pangunahing makikinabang. At dahil nasa mas bentahing posisyon ang kartel, tiyak na mas masahol pa ang manipulasyon ng presyo ng bigas. Ngunit tila nilagyan pa ng palamuti ang panukalang batas. Naglagay dito ng probisyon hinggil sa Agricultural Competitiveness Enhancement Fund para umano matulungan ng mga magsasaka na pataasin ang produktibidad. Subalit 80% ng Agri-Competitiveness Enhancement Fund ay nasa forma ng pautang. Bakit pagtutubuan pa ng interes ang mga magsasaka gamit ang panukalang ito? Kung sincero ang gobyerno sa solusyonan ang problema sa bigas, dapat nitong harapin ang matagal ng panawagan para sa tunay na reforma sa lupa. At ito lamang ang magtitiyak ng produksyong agrikultural na nakatuon sa pagpoproduce ng pagkain para sa mamamayang Pilipino. Taliwas sa neoliberal na dikta na umaasa sa importasyon at export ng hilaw na produksyong agrikultural. Muli, para sa mga kadahilanang ito, itinatala ng kinatawang ito ang boto ko na no sa rice tarification bill. Maraming salamat po, Mr. Speaker.
Majority Leader. Kinatawan na Tom Villarin na Akbayan.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Akbayan casts an abstention vote on the measure. Tarification alone, Mr. Speaker, will not solve the problem of the rice crisis. While this representation admits that there were safeguards put into the proposed bill, the present administration's economic policies point to the contrary. We are now moving towards the full liberalization of our agriculture sector. We are moving to provide direct subsidies to our farmers, and we are even cutting down the budget for agriculture. So with these contradicting economic policies of the administration and with the contention that tarification alone, without having other policy measures like the implementation of the National Land Use Act, the ban on land use conversion on irrigated and irrigable lands, and the provision of subsidies to small farmers. Without this, Mr. Speaker, I think tarification will only put our local farmers, our local agriculture in danger of extinction. So thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. Majority Leader. Representative Tino of ACP Teacher.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, bumoto po ako ng no at nagpapahayag ng pagkadismaya at pagkondena sa rice tarification bill na ito bilang pagtalikod sa kapakanan ng mahigit 3.6 million rice farmers and rice farm workers at ang kanilang pamilya, mga pamilya. Sa kabuuan, mahigit 15 million na kababayan natin ang masasalanta ang kanilang kabuhayan dahil sa pagpasa ng panukalang batas na ito na magbubukas sa import ng bigas. Wala na pong anumang limitasyon sa volume, sa dami ng bigas na maaring ma-import kung sakaling matuloy ang pagsasabatas na ito. At alam naman po natin ang mangyayari kapag binuksan na ang mga import, mamamatay po ang lokal na industriya. Katulad ng nangyari sa garments industry ng Pilipinas noon, sa steel industry, sa shoe industry, sa marami pang iba, sa vegetable industry sa norte nung dekada 90 ng buksan ng importation. Ganun po ang mangyayari dito. Sinasamantala po ng kasalukuyang administrasyon ang kagustuhan ng marami na maibsan ang impact ng 5.7% inflation rate para ipasa ang panukalang batas na ito. Pinagbabangga po ang interes ng nakararaming Pilipino para sa mas mababang presyo ng bigas at ang pangmatagalang interes ng Pilipinas na mapanatili ang ating rice self-sufficiency. No, sa katunayan, sa halip na sisihin po ang mga magsasaka po ang sinisisi dito. Magsasaka natin, sinasabi, hindi kasi kayo efficient, mahal ang palay, bigas na pinoproduce nyo, mas mura ang sa Vietnam at sa Thailand.
Please wind up.
Pero paano natin masisisi ang sarili nating mga magsasaka kung sila'y baon sa utang? Bakit sila baon sa utang? Dahil kapos na kapos po sa suporta ng gobyerno para sa tunay na land reform, para sa access sa capital, facilities at iba pa. Hindi tulad ng ginawa ng mga gobyerno ng Vietnam, Thailand at iba pa. No? Kaya kagagawan din po ng gobyerno kung bakit mas mahal ang presyo ng bigas na lokal at hindi dapat ito gawing dahilan para ngayon ay itulak ang batas na ito na papatay sa kabuhayan ng ating mga rice producers. Kaya sa kadahilanang ito po, bumoboto po tayo ng no.
I was informed by the Secretariat that we have a correction on the result of voting on House Bill 7735. We have 200 affirmative votes, 7 negative votes, and 2 abstention. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, with that, I move that we send to the Senate House Bill number
7735.
House Bill number 7735, which we just approved on third reading. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Any objection? The chair is none. The motion is approved.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we take up additional reference of business. And for this, please direct our Secretariat to read the titles of the measures as well as
Any objection?
committee reports and communications.
The chair is none. The motion is approved. The Secretary General is hereby directed to read the title of bills and resolutions for referral on first reading.
Additional reference of business. Bills on first reading, House Bill number 8085, Act regulating the sale, distribution, and use of firecrackers and other pyrotechnics devices, providing penalties for violations thereof by Representative Villafuerte.
To the Committee on Public Order and
House
Safety.
Bill number 8086, increasing the total indemnity claim for death or serious physical injuries to any passenger or third party without the necessity of proving fault of negligence by Representative Villafuerte.
To the Committee on Banks and Financial Intermediaries.
House Bill number 8087, an act amending Republic Act number 7743, otherwise known as an act providing for the establishment of provincial, city, and municipal libraries and barangay reading center throughout the Philippines by Representative Villafuerte.
To the Committee on Basic Education and Culture.
House Bill number 8088, an act requiring new commercial, institutional, and residential infrastructure projects in Metro Manila and major cities in the Philippines to install rainwater retention facilities and imposing penal provisions in case of violations by Representative Villafuerte.
To the Committee on Public Works and Highways.
House Bill number 8089, an act promoting teachers' health and wellness by requiring the Department of Health to carry out a study to add to the scientific knowledge on reducing teacher stress and increasing teacher retention and well-being by Representative Villafuerte.
To the Committee on Health.
House Bill number 8090, an act penalizing acts inimical to proper food handling and preparation requirements by Representative Villafuerte.
To the Committee on Health.
House Bill number 8091, an act renewing for another 25 years the franchise granted to Radio Audience Developers Integrated Organization under Republic Act number 8083 by Representative Inverga.
To the Committee on Legislative Franchises.
House Bill number 8092, an act renewing for another 25 years the franchise granted to Beacon Communication System under Republic Act number 8063 by Representative Inverga.
To the Committee on Legislative Franchises.
House Bill number 8093, an act renewing for another 25 years the franchise granted to Philippine Radio Corporation under Republic Act number 8032 by Representative Agabao.
To the Committee on Legislative Franchises.
House Bill number 8094, an act renewing for another 25 years the franchise granted to Radio Filipino Corporation under Republic Act number 8145 by Representatives Enverga and Agabao.
To the Committee on Legislative Franchises. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we take up House Resolution number 2056. And for this, please direct our Secretary General to read the title of the resolution.
Any objection? The chair is none. The motion is approved. The Secretary General is hereby directed to read House Resolution 2056 for consideration.
House Resolution 2056, resolution expressing the position of the House of Representatives that when Congress convene as a Constituent Assembly to propose amendments to or revision of the Constitution pursuant to Section 1, Paragraph 1 of Article 17 of the 1987 Constitution, the Senate and the House of Representatives shall vote separately.
Those who are in favor,
Mr.
please-
Speaker, Mr. Speaker,
Majority Leader.
May we know what is the pleasure of the gentleman, Mr. Speaker?
I'd like to ask several questions about the resolution that we are approving.
Majority
Mr. Speaker, I
Leader.
move for suspension, Mr. Speaker.
Session suspended.
In the meantime, ready lang natin yun.
Babalitaan ka.
Session resumed. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we suspend consideration of House Resolution 2056.
Any objection? The chair is none. The motion is approved.
In the meantime, Mr. Speaker, I move that we recognize the Honorable Minority Leader, Representative Danilo Suarez.
Honorable Danilo Suarez, the Minority Leader is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I respectfully move that the following be recognized as the new members of the minority bloc of the 17th Congress. Honorable Michelle Antonio, Party List Abiyag. Honorable Francisco Datol, Party List Senior Citizen. Honorable Benhar Lopez, Party List Yakap. Honorable Milagros Aquino Magsaysay, Party List Senior Citizen. Honorable Francisco Jose Matugas, Surigao del Norte, 1st District. Honorable Teodoro Montoro, Party List A. Ascenso. Honorable Joseph Stephen Paduano from Party List Abang Lingkod. Honorable Frederick Xiao from Iligan City, Lone District. And Honorable Carlos Roman Oy Barreta from Party List 1CARE. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
To the Committee on Rules. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we resume consideration of House Resolution number 2056. And for this purpose, please direct our Secretary General to again read the title of the resolution.
Any objection? The chair is none. The motion is approved. The Secretary General is hereby directed to read the title of House Resolution 2056 for adoption.
House Resolution 2056, a resolution expressing the position of the House of Representatives that when Congress convene as a Constituent Assembly to propose amendments to or revision of the Constitution pursuant to Section 1, Paragraph 1 of Article 17 of the 1987 Constitution, the Senate and the House of Representatives shall vote separately.
Majority Leader?
Mr. Speaker, our parliamentary status is that we will have a period of interpellation because the Honorable Rodolfo Farias wishes to answer questions. And for that, I move that we open a period of interpellation.
Any objection? The chair is none. The motion is approved. Majority Leader?
To sponsor the measure, Mr. Speaker, I move that we recognize one of the principal authors of this resolution, the Honorable Vicente Veloso.
The chairperson of the Committee on Constitutional Amendments, Honorable Ching Veloso, is recognized to sponsor the said House resolution. Majority Leader?
May we know if the honorable sponsor wishes to deliver a sponsorship, or can we go directly to the interpellation?
It was the pleasure of the gentleman from Leyte, Honorable Veloso.
We can go direct to the interpellation, Your
Majority Leader?
That, Mr. Speaker, I move that we recognize the Honorable Rodolfo Fariñas.
The Honorable gentleman from Ilocos Norte is recognized to interpolate the Honorable sponsor of House Resolution 2056.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, Majority Leader. Will the gentleman yield to some questions?
Willingly, Mr. Speaker.
First question, Mr. Speaker, is that did this resolution pass through the Committee on Constitutional Amendments?
Yes, Mr. Speaker. In fact, Mr. Speaker, it went directly to the rules. It did not pass through the Committee on Constitutional Amendments. It was filed directly with the rules.
Yes, because I do not recall receiving any notice of hearing on this matter. Mr. Speaker, will the sponsor agree with me that this is a very important resolution because the House of Representatives is interpreting a provision of the Constitution?
Well, Mr. Speaker, this is, but the House of Representatives is not the judiciary, strictly speaking, when it comes to interpretation of the Constitution.
Well, it is already stating that for the House is expressing its position that when Congress convenes as a constituent assembly to propose amendments to or revision of the Constitution pursuant to Section 1, Paragraph 1 of Article 17 of the 1987 Constitution, the Senate and the House of Representatives shall vote separately. So it is an interpretation of the Constitution because that provision referred to states, and I read, Mr. Speaker, it says under Article 17, amendments or revisions, Section 1, any amendment to or revision of this Constitution may be proposed by Paragraph 1, the Congress upon a vote of 3/4 of all its members. So that is the very clear constitutional provision. But this resolution is now saying that this sentence or provision of the Constitution means that both chambers will vote separately. So it's an important interpretation of the Constitution because half of the Congress is already saying that it reads the Constitution to mean that it shall vote separately. It is a very basic rule of construction, Mr. Speaker, that when the law or a constitutional provision does not distinguish, we should not distinguish. The Constitution clearly states that any amendment to or revision of the Constitution, a proposal for such purpose, shall be made by 3/4 vote of all the members of Congress.
Two things, Mr. Speaker. Number one, as Senior Vice Chair of the then committee, as then senior vice chair of the Committee on Constitutional Amendments, when the Honorable Fariñas was still the majority leader, I personally took the position, and in fact, I discussed this when I was interviewed in ANC, that personally, I take it to mean that this will mean 3/4 joint, not voting separately. I even explained that in regard to the explanation of former Chief Justice Davide, that the intention was voting separately. They were talking then of a unicameral Congress, except that came votation, it lost by 1 vote. And I even said, Mr. Speaker, that whoever says that voting should be separately, intention-wise, it must be a lie. Because I said, Article 6, if you take a look at Article 6 of the Constitution, Section 1, it defines Congress, House of Representatives, as bicameral, constituted of House of Representatives and of the Senate. And then I said, Sections 2, 3, 4, they all speak of the Senate. 5, 6, 7, they speak of House of Representatives. From 8 up to Section 14, they all speak of both the Senate and the House of Representatives. During the time when the Honorable Fariñas was the majority floor leader, I took the position personally that when voting is to be made at the Constituent Assembly, this would be voting jointly. I then was following the lead of the Speaker, the Honorable Pantaleon Alvarez, that we can even do it alone. Mr. Speaker, this is my second point, a very important point. We had change in leadership. The Speaker now, Speaker Gloria Macapagal-Arroyo, is taking the position, and she is in fact appealing to the majority of this House that we take a position that if the Constituent Assembly will vote, it will vote separately. Just so, the matter of revision of the Constitution will start moving. Mr. Speaker, we are only coming up with a resolution expressing the position. This is a position which the Honorable Fariñas can bring to the Supreme Court. But he cannot stop this representation from taking the position that if voting will be done in the Constituent Assembly, it be voting separately. This is a position singular insofar as concerns representation, and collectively, Mr. Speaker, if my colleagues in this House will follow suit.
Mr. Speaker, I am not stopping the sponsor. I am interpolating to ask questions and for him to enlighten me, because this is a very important constitutional provision which will guide our posterity. Mr. Speaker, the Constitution provides several instances of voting. First is, there are 4 instances. In Article 6, when the President proclaims martial law or suspends the privilege of the writ of habeas corpus, it states under Section 18 of Article 6 that the Congress, voting jointly by a vote of at least a majority of all its members in regular or special session, may revoke such proclamation or suspension. So that's one instance. Second instance is when we extend, the President wishes to extend the period of the proclamation of martial law, then, which is exactly what we did here in 2 instances. When the President proclaimed martial law, we met here, in joint session and voted jointly together with the Senate. And again, when the President wanted to extend it until the end of the year, we convened in joint session and we voted jointly. So those are two instances. The other instance would be under Section 23 of Article 7, which defines the power of the President. It says, same article rather, on Article 6, the Congress by a vote of 2/3 of both houses in joint session assembled, voting separately, shall have the sole power to declare the existence of a state of war. So there it is very clear. In martial law, we have a joint session, we vote jointly. In the declaration, by a majority vote. But in the declaration of the existence of war, it is joint session, but by 2/3 vote, voting separately. Very clear. Then, the third instance would be, third and fourth instances are found in the amendments to the Constitution. When it talks of amendments to the Constitution, it simply says that the Congress, upon a vote of 3/4 of all its members, may propose amendments to or revision of the Constitution. And the other instance is it may, by a vote of 2/3 of all its members, call a constitutional convention. So, Mr. Speaker, the Constitution distinguishes the voting when it comes to proclamation of martial law and extension of the proclamation of martial law. In the same manner, it also distinguishes the manner of voting when it comes to the declaration of the existence of a state of war. But in this particular case, it does not distinguish, and if the Constitution does not distinguish, neither should we distinguish. It says 3/4 of all its members because, Mr. Speaker, will the sponsor show me any provision in the Constitution that talks of a constituent assembly?
Mr. Speaker, before I go to that, I will add up to the argument of the Honorable Fariñas. Section 9, Article 7 also says, whenever there is a vacancy in the office of Vice President during the term for which he was elected, the President shall nominate a Vice President from among the members of the Senate and the House of Representatives, who shall assume office upon confirmation by a majority vote of all members of both houses of Congress, voting separately.
Correct. There is a distinction.
Correct. But again, Mr. Speaker, we are not jurists here. We are not the Supreme Court. We are legislators free to adopt a position in a particular debatable issue which has not been settled yet. I'm sure that any vote here will be elevated to the Supreme Court. But we will wait for that. We can even trigger such an occurrence by our coming up with a vote affirming or adopting House Resolution number 2056.
My question has not been answered, Mr. Speaker. Is there any provision in the Constitution referring to a constituent assembly?
Mr. Speaker, let me read. Any amendment to or revision of this Constitution may be proposed by, number one, the Congress upon a vote of 3/4 of all its members. When you speak of 3/4 of all its members, it cannot just be taken to mean voting separately, neither can it be taken to mean as voting jointly. But when you say 3/4 of all its members, members of Congress are of two houses. They therefore will be constituted to revise or amend the Constitution.
Again,
well, if the Constitution does not so define the meaning of constituent assembly, it is not for this representation, Mr. Speaker, to begrudge the authors, and neither can I be compelled to say that just because the Constitution does not define constituent assembly, that House Resolution number 2056 is not well-grounded.
My point, Mr. Speaker, is under the Constitution, legislative power is defined under Article 6, Section 1. It says that the legislative power is vested in Congress, which is constituted into two houses. Precisely, when we enact a law, it has to be approved in both houses. We approve it here, it goes to the Senate, and they have to approve it. If we cannot agree, we have a bicameral conference committee, and if we agree on that bill, it goes to the President for approval. That is the legislative power. But the constituent power is granted to us by the sovereign Filipino people. It's granted to Congress. And it is very much different from legislative power, Mr. Speaker, because in constituent power, we only make proposals. We cannot adopt or approve anything that will be of any effect. Precisely, I beg to disagree with the Senate that since we are a bicameral Congress, we should also work as a bicameral assembly in terms of proposing amendments to the Constitution. That would be, I think, a wrong interpretation because we will be held hostage by 24 members as against people here who represent every nook and corner of the country, Mr. Speaker. We do not even have a single senator in the whole of Region 1. So why should they decide about what happens or what is proposed to the sovereign Filipino people as far as revisions or amendments to the Constitution? So it is my position, Mr. Speaker, that as long as you get 3/4 vote of all the members of Congress, you can come up with a proposal. Anyway, it is just a proposal. You submit it to the people, and if the people approve it, the people will have acted through their representatives. There is even people's initiative. In fact, in Article 6 of the Constitution defining the legislative power, it says, Section 1, the legislative power shall be vested in the Congress of the Philippines, which shall consist of a Senate and a House of Representatives, except to the extent reserved to the people by the provision on initiative and referendum. So, Mr. Speaker, with due respect to the sponsor, we are interpreting the Constitution. We are not jurists, as he says, but interpretation of the Constitution is not limited to the Supreme Court. Congress also interprets the Constitution. Precisely, we are already interpreting the Constitution because the Constitution says it shall be upon 3/4 vote. How, I cannot imagine, Mr. Speaker, how we would be working 3/4 there and 3/4 here. How can we be discussing the same things if the Senate already took a position that they will not join us in an assembly and they would rather meet like when we're passing a law? I think that's absolutely wrong, Mr. Speaker, because in the passage of a law, indeed, whatever we approve, we send it to them, then they review it, and if they don't agree, we have a bicameral conference. That is what they are trying to do with respect to constituent power. Constituent power is reserved to the people of the Philippines, but the people of the Philippines delegated it to the Congress upon 3/4 vote. So it is my belief, with due respect to the sponsors, and I will abide to the vote of the body, that any proposal to amend any amend or revise the Constitution may be made as long as you get 3/4 vote of all the members of Congress and then submit it to the people. It will be up to the people to approve or reject such proposal. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we suspend consideration of resolution number 2056.
Any objection? The chair is none. The motion is approved. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move for suspension.
Session suspended.
So,
Okay.
Session resumed. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we take up Committee Report 818 on House Bill number 8083, and for this, please direct our Secretary General to read the title of the measure.
Any objection? The chair is none. The motion is approved. The Secretary General is hereby directed to read the title Committee Report number 818 on House Bill number 8083, and thereafter we will proceed for consideration on second reading.
House Bill number 8083, an act amending sections 4, 5, 20, 22, 27, 28, 34, 40, 50, 73, 112, 117, 119, 204, 222, 237, 237A, 255, 256, 257, 258, 260, 261, 262, 263, 264, 265, 266, 275, 288, 290, and adding sections 6A, 282A, 291, 292, 293, 294, 295, 296, 297, 298, 299, 300, 301, 301A, 301B, 302, 303, 304, 305, 306, 307, 308, 309, 310, 311, 312, 313, and 314 under the National Internal Revenue Code of 1997 as amended and for other purposes.
Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we open the period of sponsorship and debate.
Any objection? The chair is none. The motion is approved. Majority Leader.
To sponsor the measure, Mr. Speaker, I move that we recognize the distinguished chairman of the Committee on Ways and Means, the Honorable Dakila Kua.
The distinguished chairman of the Committee on Ways and Means, Representative Dax Kua, is recognized to sponsor House Bill 8083 for consideration on second reading. For sponsorship.
Maraming salamat po. Sa kagalang-galang nating Speaker, mga kasamahan sa Kamara, mga kawani ng mababang kapulungan, mga kasamahan mula sa Ehekutibo, mga natatanging bisita, magandang hapon po sa ating lahat. Ngayong hapon, sana po ipaunlakan nyo at kilalanin ang hinahain kong panukalang batas na tinatawag na trabaho o tax reform for attracting better and high-quality opportunities. Ang Trabaho Bill ay isa sa priority legislation ng ating Pangulong Duterte. Produkto po ito ng 6 na hearings sa Committee on Ways and Means, isang technical working group at di mabilang na meeting at fora kasama ng pribadong sektor. Ang panukalang ito ay hindi magpapataw ng karagdagang buwis sa mga bilihin. Ang layunin po nito ay ang paglikha ng mas maraming trabaho at oportunidad sa ating bansa at pamamagitan ng paghikayat ng pribadong sektor na tumaya at mamuhunan sa Pilipinas at palaguin ang kanilang negosyo dito. Ibababa ng trabaho bill ang ating corporate income tax rate sa 20% mula sa kasalukuyang 30%. Malaking ginhawa po ito lalo na sa ating small and medium enterprises na tinatansyang halos 95% ng lahat ng corporate taxpayers ng ating bansa. Ang ibig sabihin po nito, ang perang dating ginagasta para magbayad ng buwis ay pwede nang gamitin para palaguin ang negosyo, palakihin ang sweldo, o di kaya pababain ang presyo ng kanilang binibenta. Bukod dito, hahabol na rin po tayo sa ating mga karatig bansa. Sa ngayon po kasi 20% ang corporate income tax rate sa Cambodia, Thailand at Vietnam at 17% naman po sa Singapore. Napakalayo sa ating 30% at isang hadlang para mag-invest sa Pilipinas.
Mr. Speaker, sa gitna po ng...
I'm not yet recognizing you, Representative De Jesus.
Ang
What is the
itatanong ko
pressure?
po kasi ngayon sa sinasabi ng sponsor na mahalaga po ang panukalang ito,
Session
pero
suspended.
lumalabas po na wala tayong quorum.
Session suspended. Sessions resume. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, the parliamentary status is that we are in the sponsorship of the Honorable Chairman. May we again recognize Chairman Dax Kua.
The Honorable Chairman of the Committee on Ways and Means, Representative Dax Kua, is recognized.
Maraming salamat po, Ginoong Speaker. Kung maaari ko pong ipagpatuloy, maliban sa pagbaba ng corporate income tax, magkakaroon po tayo ng bagong sistema ng pagbibigay ng mga incentives. Sa ilalim ng bagong sistema, hanggang 5 o 7 taon na lamang ang itatagal ng incentives. Sabi nga po ng mga kapwa ko millennials, walang forever. Dinisenyo po natin ang sistema ng ganito upang bigyan ng kapangyarihan ng pamahalaan na reviewin ang performance ng mga kumpanyang nakakakuha ng incentives kada ilang taon. Ang gusto po natin ay masiguro na ang tulong ng gobyerno ay napupunta lamang sa mga kumpanya na patuloy na may ambag sa ekonomiya at sa paglikha ng mga trabaho. Ang gusto po nating iparating sa mga investor, may forever kung pag-iigihan. Kung ikaw ay isang investor na patuloy na lumilikha ng bagong trabaho para sa mga Pilipino, nagdadagdag ng investment, nagre-research and development, o may innovation, mag-apply ka lang uli bago matapos ang incentives na nakukuha mo ngayon para mabigyan ka ng panibagong 5 o 7 taong incentives. Sa ilalim po ng bagong rehimen, may karagdagang 2 taon ng incentives ang mga investment sa labas ng urban or metro area. Higit sa trabaho, ang gusto po natin ay trabaho sa bawat sulok ng Pilipinas. Kailangan po natin ng investment sa labas ng lungsod, lalong-lalo na sa agrikultura, upang sabay-sabay tayong makinabang sa paglago ng bansa. Sa aking mga kapwa mambabatas, huwag po sana nating palagpasin ang pagkakataon na gawing top investment destination ang ating bansa. Ituloy po natin ang pagbabago at siguraduhing mapapakinabangan natin ang paglago ng ekonomiya sa pamamagitan ng paglikha ng trabaho. Tungkulin po natin sa bawat Pilipino na magbigay ng oportunidad na paunlarin ang kanilang sarili. Sana po'y magsama-sama tayo para sa trabaho. Maraming salamat at magandang hapon po.
Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, likewise to sponsor the measure, may we recognize one of the authors, the Honorable Ging Swansing.
Honorable Estrelita Swansing of Nueva Ecija is recognized to sponsor the House Bill H083.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleagues in this august chamber, I rise today to sponsor House Bill number 8083, which, when passed, shall be known as the tax reform for attracting better and high-quality opportunities or trabajo. This is the second package of the Comprehensive Tax Reform Program and seeks to reform the corporate income tax system and broaden the tax base by modernizing investment tax incentives to enhance fairness, improve competitiveness, plug tax leakages, and achieve fiscal sustainability. Our country's current corporate income tax system is characterized by a high rate with a narrow base. Despite having the highest corporate income tax rate in the ASEAN region at 30%, our tax collection efficiency falls as one of the lowest. This is because the tax base is seriously eroded by a system which provides for very generous tax incentives which are given in perpetuity and in lieu of other taxes. However, despite granting generous incentives, both foreign and domestic investments in the Philippines, and consequently the rate of job creation as well as export performance have not increased significantly and are much lower than those of our ASEAN neighbors. This means that our government is currently not able to successfully translate its generous incentive scheme into investments and overseas business. Therefore, measures need to be put in place to ensure that the economic benefits reaped from providing tax incentives are maximized and are greater than the significant costs associated with foregoing tax revenues. The cost of tax incentives to the country is staggering. In 2015, the Department of Finance estimated that the investment tax incentive system costs the government around 301 billion pesos in foregone income tax, value-added tax, and customs duties, not including local taxes and leakages. This amount translates to more than 2% of the country's gross domestic product. This staggering cost warrants the reform of the incentive system to one that is time-bound, performance-based, transparent, and targeted to ensure that the redundant incentives are removed, that the benefits fully outweigh the costs, and the fiscal prudence is maintained at all times. A cost-benefit analysis done by the Department of Finance shows that on average, there is no difference between the performance of firms receiving tax incentives and firms not receiving incentives in terms of employment, exports, investments, and productivity. This measure seeks to correct this by making the incentive system performance-based, to one that provides incentives only to deserving recipients who will directly contribute to the national development, research, and innovation, and to the generation of jobs and investments, especially in less developed areas of the country and those recovering from armed conflict or major disasters. This measure also seeks to expand the presently narrow base by making the incentive system time-bound, meaning incentives will not be granted to perpetuity. Data collated by the Department of Finance from investment promotion agencies shows that 654 firms have been enjoying incentives for 15 years or more. With tax incentives modernized and the tax base expanded, the corporate income tax rate can be reduced to correct the present inequitable and unjust system which benefits a few industries while negatively impacting the rest of the business community, notably micro, small, and medium-sized enterprises which are made to pay the regular 30% corporate income tax rate. The reduction in corporate income tax rate will also boost the Philippines' competitiveness in the global business landscape by making the country's corporate income tax rate at par with neighboring ASEAN countries. May I also note that this proposed measure will provide structural adjustments to compensate workers that may be affected by the rationalization of fiscal incentives. Under the bill, 1, 500 million shall be appropriated annually to provide targeted cash grants or other support programs to affected workers of firms. 2, 500 million will likewise be appropriated annually to provide targeted trainings to affected workers of firms. 3, 5 billion shall be allocated annually for the skills upgrade program of the IT BPO industry. The funds shall be solely used to pay for formal academic training programs of accredited private or public schools and training centers. 4th, 15 billion in addition to any adjustment fund appropriated under the budget of pertinent government departments, agencies shall be appropriated for the development of infrastructure surrounding and within special economic zones. Finally, incentives alone are not enough to attract investments and consequently create jobs. A more comprehensive strategy is needed and must include key investments and improvements in infrastructures, skilled labor, ease of doing business, and integration of the domestic supply chain. Implementing such strategy in order to develop a favorable investment climate requires, among others, a stable source of revenues. In line with this, one of the most important aspects to this measure is that it seeks to reform the tax system by removing redundant and costly tax incentives in order to generate tax revenues which would be used to fund priority programs geared towards improving our country's competitiveness in the long term. This would not only give businesses of all sizes a level playing field, but would also foster a more favorable investment climate by providing efficient and reliable infrastructure, improving the ease of doing business, and developing a productive and skilled workforce. Ultimately, this bill seeks to reform the presently complex and costly corporate income tax system, not only to a system that fosters a more competitive business environment, but transform it into a key tool in the country's overall poverty reduction efforts as it generates funds for critical investments in basic services, encourages equitable and inclusive growth, and promotes investments in less developed areas of the country. Let me end my sponsorship remarks by saying that this proposed measure is crucial and vital to the agenda of the Duterte administration, which includes infrastructure development, education for all, access to health care, and social protection. With this, I call on my distinguished colleagues to support this noble endeavor. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, distinguished colleagues.
Thank you, Congressman Swansing. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we suspend consideration of House Bill 8083.
Any objection? The chair is none. The motion is approved. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move to elect as chairperson of the Committee on Good Government and Public Accountability, the Honorable Xavier Jesus D. Romualdo, Vice, the Honorable Johnny T. Pimentel. So move, Mr. Speaker.
Any objection? The chair is none. The motion is approved. Majority Leader.
On the part of the majority, Mr. Speaker, I move to elect as members of the Committee on Health the following: the Honorable Maria V. Colliantes, Vice, the Honorable Rodolfo T. Albano III, and the Honorable Eric M. Martinez, Vice, the Honorable Roel Peter S. Gonzaga. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Any objection? The chair is none. The motion is approved. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we take up local bills, business for Thursday and Friday.
Any objection? The chair is none. The motion is approved. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we take up the omnibus approval on second reading of the following House bills, as contained in their respective committee reports: 7846, 7881, 8006, 8055, and 8069, 8070, and 8071. So move, Mr. Speaker.
Any objection? Here's none. The aforementioned House bills is approved on second reading. Local bills.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we open a period of sponsorship and debate.
Any objection? The chair is none. The motion is approved.
Since there are no interpellations on this, Mr. Speaker, I move that we close the period of sponsorship and debate.
Any objection? The chair is none. The motion is approved.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we open the period of amendments.
Any objection? The chair is none. The motion is approved.
Mr. Speaker, since there are no amendments, I move that we close the period of amendments.
Any objection? The chair is none. The motion is approved. Majority
Mr.
Leader.
Speaker, I move for the omnibus approval on second reading of the aforesaid local measures.
Those are in favor, please say aye. Those are against, please say nay. The ayes have it. Those aforementioned, the bill is approved on second reading. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, again, this is to further take up local bills. We are taking them up separately because for these local bills, we have committee amendments, Mr. Speaker. With that, Mr. Speaker, I move that we take up the omnibus approval on second reading of the first of House Bill number 7811 as contained in committee report number 771.
Any objection? The chair is none. The motion is approved.
Mr. Leader, may we direct our Secretary General to read the title of this measure?
The Secretary General is hereby directed to read the title of House Bill 7881.
House Bill number 7811, an act establishing a tertiary hospital in the city of San Jose del Monte, Province of Bulacan to be known as St. Bernadette Children and Maternity Hospital and appropriating funds therefore.
Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move for suspension.
Session suspended. Sessions resume. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, for this measure, I move that we open the period of sponsorship and debate.
Any objection? The chair is none. The motion is approved. Majority Leader.
Since there are no interpellations, Mr. Speaker, I move we close the period of sponsorship and debate.
Any objection? The chair is none. The motion is approved.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we open the period of amendments.
Any objection? The chair is none. The motion is approved.
Mr. Speaker, I'd like to propose I move for the approval of the following amendment, Mr. Speaker. First, on Section 1, Line 1, between the article in open quotations A, close quotations, and the word hospital enclosed in quotations, delete the word tertiary, and in lieu thereof, insert the word specialty.
Any
I move for
objection?
approval of...
Here is none. The motion is approved. Majority Leader.
Second, Mr. Speaker, the title of the bill shall be changed to the following: An act establishing a specialty hospital in the city of San Jose del Monte, province of Bulacan, to be known as St. Bernadette Children and Maternity Hospital, and appropriating funds therefore.
Any objection? The chair is none. The motion is approved. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move for the approval of House Bill number 781 as amended.
Those who are in favor, say aye. Say aye. Those who are against, say nay. The ayes have it. The motion is the House Bill 71811 is approved on second reading.
Mr. Speaker, in the interim, I move for change of referral of the following measure: House Bill number 5340, amending Section 3 of Republic Act 4200, otherwise known as the Act to prohibit and penalize wiretapping and other related violations of the privacy of communication, from the Committee on Revision of Laws to the Committee on Dangerous Drugs. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Any objection? The chair is none. The motion is approved. Majority Leader.
And also, Mr. Speaker, I move that we include additional co-authors to House Bill numbers 7927, 7973, 7785, 7846, 8014, 8055, 8070, 8071, and 8083, and House Resolution numbers 2055 and 2056 as contained in the list to be submitted by the Committee on Rules.
Any objection? The chair is none. The motion is approved. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we take up on second reading House Bill number 7812 or in Committee Report 772, and please direct our Secretary General to read the title of the measure.
Any objection? The chair is none. The motion is approved. The Secretary General is hereby directed to read the title of House Bill 7812 for consideration.
House Bill 7812, an act increasing the bed capacity of Mariano Marcos Memorial Hospital and Medical Center in Batac City, Province of Ilocos Norte, from 200 to 300 beds, upgrading its service facilities and professional health care, authorizing the increase of its medical personnel and appropriating funds therefore.
Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we open the period of sponsorship and debate.
Any objection? The chair is none. The motion is approved.
Mr.
Majority Leader.
Speaker, move that we just have the explanatory note of this measure as the sponsorship.
Any objection? The chair is none. The motion is approved. Majority Leader.
Since we have no interpellations, Mr. Speaker, I move that we close the period of sponsorship and debate.
Any objection? The chair is none. The motion is approved. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we open the period of amendments.
Any objection? The chair is none. The motion is approved. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move for the approval of the following amendments. Number 1, on Section 1, page 1, line 13, between the preposition to and the word bed, we delete the phrase 300, and in lieu thereof, insert the phrase 700. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Any objection? The chair is none. The motion is approved.
Second,
Majority Leader.
after Section 3, we add a new Section 4, which will read as follows. Section 4, the increase in bed capacity of the MMMH and MC from the 200 to 700 beds shall be implemented for a period of not more than 4 years from the approval of this act. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
The chair, any objection? The chair is none. The motion is approved. Majority Leader.
And next, Mr. Speaker, is the renumbering of the subsequent sections accordingly. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Any objection? The chair is none. The motion is approved.
And fourth,
Majority Leader.
the title of the bill shall be changed to the following: an act increasing the bed capacity of Mariano Marcos Memorial Hospital and Medical Center in Batac City, Province of Ilocos Norte, from 200 to 700, upgrading its service facilities and professional health care, authorizing the increase of its medical personnel and appropriating funds therefore. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Any objection? The chair is none. The motion is approved. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we approve on second reading House Bill number 7812 as amended.
Those who are in favor, please say aye. Those who are against, please say nay. The ayes have it. House Bill 7812 as amended is approved on second reading. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we take up on second reading House Bill number 7848 in Committee Report 785. And please direct our Secretary General to read the title of the measure.
The Secretary General is hereby directed to read the title of House Bill 7848 under Committee Report number 785 for consideration on second reading.
House Bill 7848, an act providing for the construction of service roads connecting the Manila Interchange to the Marilao Interchange parallel to the North Luzon Expressway and appropriating funds therefore.
Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, for this measure, I move that we have the explanatory note as the sponsorship.
Any objection? The chair is none. The motion is approved. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, since we have no interpellations, I move that we close the period of interpellation.
Any objection? The chair is none. The motion is approved. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we open the period of amendments.
Any objection? The chair is none. The motion is approved. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we approve the following amendments. First, that Section 1 be amended to read, and this is the title: an act providing for the construction of service roads connecting the Valenzuela-Malinta-Mikawan interchange to the Mikawayan-Marilao interchange parallel to the North Luzon Expressway and appropriating funds therefore.
Any objection? The chair is none. The motion is approved. Majority Leader.
The second amendment, Mr. Speaker, is Section 1. An aggregate total of 2 kilometers and 30 meters of service road network shall be connecting the Valenzuela-Malinta-Mikawan interchange to the Mikawayan-Marilao interchange parallel to the North Luzon Expressway. I move that Section 1 be amended accordingly.
Any objection? The chair is none. Amendment is approved.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we approve on second reading House Bill number 7848 as amended.
Those who are in favor on House Bill 7848 for second reading, please say aye. Those who are against, please say nay. The ayes have it. House Bill 7848 is approved as amended on second reading.
Mr. Speaker, I move for suspension.
Session suspended.
May items pa tayo sa calendar natin. Wala na. Kasi kung wala na, then yung iba doon, yung House Resolution 2056, bukas na yun. Bukas natin babalikan yung train. So, wala na tayo.
Boss, iihilang ako.
Number 5 naman yung unahin natin. Yun ang sponsorship ko. Kasi hindi mo lang po nagsusunod.
Sessions resume. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we recognize the Honorable Tof de Venecia on a matter of personal privilege.
Honorable Christopher De Venecia is recognized for his privilege.
Thank you, Majority Floor Leader. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Distinguished colleagues, I rise on a point of personal and collective privilege to honor Mayor Alipio Fernandez Jr., a fellow statesman and an esteemed Kabalayan, which means kababayan in Pangasinan, who died of cancer last August 9 at the age of 75. Death, according to Mother Teresa, is nothing else but going home to God. Yet the passing of Mayor Al Fernandez Jr. last Thursday has caused a deep dent in the hearts of the Dagopeños because he was so much loved and admired. Mr. Speaker, Mayor Al lived a life that was dedicated to public service. He was a bright business executive, a devoted public servant, and undoubtedly one of Dagupan City's greatest and noblest sons. He also served the country as the Commissioner and Chairman of the Bureau of Immigration from 2004 to 2007. He was also an Undersecretary of the Department of Interior and Local Government from 2001 to 2003. To me, Mr. Speaker, Mayor Al would always be an uncle whose gifts of statesmanship and grace will always be a source of inspiration. After all, he was one of the bright boys of Jose de Venecia, my father, the 5-time Speaker of this august body, who joined him in his oil explorations in the Middle East during the mid-70s. As a public servant, I can also identify with Mayor Al, who believed that cultural development and preservation are intrinsic in nation building and economic development. Mayor Al built the first city museum of Dagupan that now houses the piano owned by Leonor Rivera when she lived in Dagupan in 1890 and 1891, and the sizable collection of paintings by another full-fledged Dagupeño, national artist Victorio Edades, among others. He also launched a local jubilee known as Gilon Gilon Festival in 1997, which served as a precursor to the now famous Bangus Festival. Understanding the importance of his people's identity, he was also the first mayor who adopted the Dagupan hymn as the singular music that extols all the aspirations of the Dagupeños. Mr. Speaker, Mayor Al was the son of the illustrious Don Alipio Fernandez Sr., who holds the distinction as the last mayor of the then municipality of Dagupan and the first mayor when it became a city on June 20, 1947. His achievements, however, were superseded by his namesake and junior. For if there was one who Dagupan City and its people owed so much to, it was Mayor Al, whose reign in the city gave a more positive and transformative impact than anyone else. His political epoch began in 1972, when he was elected as the #1 councilor of the City Council. He was also elected as the city vice mayor starting in 1977 up to 1986, in 1987, and from 1988 to 1992. Then from 1992 to 2001 and 2007 to 2010, he served as the mayor of Dagupan. He held that position for 12 years, making him the longest-serving mayor of the city. As Dagupan City's chief executive, Mayor Al received many awards: a special citation for Most Business-Friendly LGU Award from the Philippine Chamber of Commerce and Industry in partnership with the German Technical Corporation in 2009, Best Component City Disaster Coordinating Council in 2009, and the UNICEF's Child Friendly City Leadership Award in 1991, among many others. He received numerous awards on behalf of the city, including Most Supportive City Mayor and Sports Development in 1988, Most Supportive City Mayor to Non-Formal Education in 1997, Progressive Alliance of Citizens for Democracy's Most Outstanding City Mayor Urban category in 1995, and the Department of Interior and Local Government's Outstanding City Mayor Urban category in 1994. Some of the many projects launched by Mayor Al included the Emergency Operations Center in 2008, the Pawil Dagupan Program in 1999, PhilHealth insurance coverage for qualified indigents, the sidewalk recovery, and the accreditation of the city's one-stop business center. He was also responsible for numerous infrastructure projects such as the City Library, the People's Astrodome, Senior Citizen Building, City Health Office, the PNP Building, the Market Building at Herrero Perez, and even the Welcome Arches found in all the entry spots into the city. His most glaring accomplishment, however, was the stewardship of Dagupan City's reconstruction after it was decimated by the July 16, 1990 earthquake. My father, Jose de Venecia, is acknowledged as the architect of modern Dagupan, but Mayor Al was credited as its builder, who managed, coordinated, and supervised the reconstruction of the city. With the backing of then-President Cory Aquino, my father was able to raise 10 billion to fund the massive reconstruction of the areas devastated by the earthquake, particularly the cities of Baguio, Cabanatuan, and Dagupan. During that period of doubt, fear, and uncertainty, Mayor Al gave the Dagupeños love, comfort, and solace. More importantly, as then city mayor, he showed them how good governance can move Dagupan forward till it rose from the rubble of the 1990 earthquake, like a phoenix rising from the ashes. As a tribute to his immeasurable contributions to Dagupan City, its Sangguniang Panglungsod, in a session last August 10, passed a resolution that formally recognized the late Mayor Al Fernandez as Pinablin Ama na Dagupan, which means the beloved father of Dagupan. Mr. Speaker, Mayor Al lived what he preached. He steered his family to lead a life of service, as exemplified by an award conferred to the Fernandezes by the JC's International as JC's Outstanding Family for 2012. Mayor Al and his 3 children, Alfie, Alvin, and Anna, including his son-in-law, have all been elected as JC senators. Now that Mayor Al is finally home with our Creator, the Dagupeños remember him as one of Pangasinan's true political evergreens, with an abiding fidelity to his city and the people he loved and served. The real tribute to Mayor Al, however, was in the line of people who waited in the rain since his passing last August 9 to pay their last respects to the man who for them was synonymous with Dagupan. His fine examples will live on to thrive in the hearts of his people. After all, Mayor Al was the people's mayor, known for his friendly presence in the streets of Dagupan, meeting with fish vendors at the market, and discussing anything under the sun with any Dagupeño. Moreover, his legacy of abiding service lives on through his wife, Elmina, David Fernandez, and their children, Dr. Alfie Fernandez, Attorney Alvin Fernandez, Lucinda Dimples Fernandez Mila, Nikki Fernandez Dairit, and Anna Fernandez Cunanan. What a magnificent soul it was. We will miss him deeply. Paalam at maraming salamat po, Mayor Al Fernandez. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we refer the matter raised by the Honorable De Venecia to the Committee on Rules.
Any objection? The chair is stand. The motion is approved. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we take up Committee Report number 817 on House Joint Resolution number 26, and please direct our Secretary General to read the title of the joint resolution.
The Secretary General is hereby directed to read the title of House Joint Resolution 26.
House Joint Resolution number 26, Joint Resolution extending the period of availability of funds intended for victims of human rights violations during the Marcos regime until December 31, 2019, authorizing the Bureau of Treasury and the Land Bank of the Philippines to release the funds and ensure the payment of claims, and the Commission on Human Rights to administer the effective distribution of the funds to qualified victims or their heirs or representatives, as provided under Republic Act number 10368, otherwise known as the Human Rights Victims Reparation and Recognition Act of 2013, as amended by Republic Act number 10766.
Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we open the period of sponsorship and debate.
Any objection? The chair hears none. The motion is approved. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, to sponsor the measure, I move that we recognize that the author of this joint resolution, the Honorable Carlos Isagani Zarate.
Honorable Carlos Zarate from Bayan Muna is recognized to sponsor House Joint Resolution number 26.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. To expedite the passage of this resolution, may I just move to adopt the explanatory note to this House Joint Resolution, Mr. Speaker.
Majority Leader.
That, Mr. Speaker, I move that we have the explanatory note of this resolution as the sponsorship speech.
Any objection? The chair is none. The motion is approved. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, since we are not anticipating interpellations, I move that we close the period of sponsorship and debate.
Any objection? The chair is none. The motion is approved. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we open the period of amendments.
Any objection? The chair is none. The motion is approved. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, since there are no amendments, I move that we close the period of amendments.
Any objection? The chair is none. The motion is approved. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we approve.
Approve or adopt?
Approve on second reading. House Joint Resolution number 26.
Those who are in favor, please say aye. Those who are against, please say nay. The ayes have it. House Joint Resolution number 26 is approved on second reading. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we take up unfinished business.
Any objection? The chair is none. The motion is approved. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we resume consideration of House Bill number 7773 in Committee Report 752. And please direct our Secretary General to read the title of the measure.
The Secretary General is hereby directed to read the title of Committee Report 752.
House Bill number 773, an act institutionalizing the Pantawid Pamilyang Pilipino program to reduce poverty and promote human capital development and providing funds therefore.
Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, the parliamentary status is that we are in the period of sponsorship and debate. I move that we recognize the Honorable Tom Villarin for the sponsorship of the measure.
The Honorable Tom Villarin of Akbayan is recognized to sponsor the said House Bill.
Mr. Speaker,
Majority Leader.
I have just been informed that for this measure we have already closed the period of sponsorship and debate, and that was not really the accurate parliamentary status. I therefore move for reconsideration of
Any objection?
the opening of the
The
period
chair
of
hears
sponsorship.
none. The motion is approved. Majority Leader.
The parliamentary status that we are in the period of amendments. Mr. Speaker, I move that we open the period of amendments.
Any objection? The chair is none. The motion is approved. Majority
Since
Leader.
there are no amendments, Mr. Speaker, I move that we close the period of amendments.
Any objection? The chair is none. The motion is approved. Majority
Mr.
Leader.
Speaker, I move that we approve on second reading House Bill number 7773.
Those who are in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those who are against, please say nay. The ayes have it. House Bill 7773 under Committee Report number 752 is approved on second reading. Majority Leader.
Ano, maternity? I move for suspension, Mr. Speaker.
Session suspended. Majority, session resume. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we take up the third reading of local bills.
Any objection? The chair hears none. The motion is approved.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we take up on third reading House Bill number 7987. And for this purpose, please direct our Secretary General to read the title of the measure and call the roll of members for the nominal vote.
The Secretary General is hereby directed to read the title of House Bill 7897, and thereafter call the roll of members for consideration on third reading.
House Bill number 7987, an act separating the city of Ascomo from Barangay Palungbasle in the municipality of Guagua, province of Pampanga, and constituting it into a distinct and independent barangay to be known as Barangay Ascomo. Roll call of members for consideration on third reading of House Bill 7987. Oh, sir. Yan. Abaya, Abayon, Abellanosa, Abo, Abueg, Atcharon, Acop, Acosta, Acosta Alba, Adyong, Advincula, Agaraw, Agabaw, Agdipay, Bilyar, Albano, Alcala, Alejano, Almario, Almonte, Alonte, Alvarez France, Alvarez Mercedes, Alvarez Pantaleon, Amante, Amatong, Andaya, Angara Castillo, Antonino, Antonio, Aquino Magsaysay, Aragones, Arbizon, Arcilias, Arenas, Atienza, Aumentado, Bagaw, Bagatsing, Bagilat, Banal, Barbers, Berzaga, Batawil, Batocabi, Bautista, Bandigan, Bilaro, Belmonte Feliciano, Belmonte Jose Cristopero, Belmonte Ricardo, Benitez, Bernos, Bertiz, Biason, Billones, Beron, Bolilla, Bundok, Bordado, Bravo Anthony, Bravo Maria Vida, Brosas, Bulok Bigtang, Cagas, Calalang, Calderon, Calixto Rubiano, Caminero, Campos, Canama, Cari, Casilao, Castelo, Castro Franz, Castro Prediril, Catampo, Cayetano, Celeste, Serapica, Ceriles, Chavez, Chepeco, Coco, Juanco, Culiantes, Cortés, Cortuna, Cosalan, Crisolgo, Cuba, Cuaresma, Cueva, Delipi, Datol, Daza, De Jesus, de Venecia, de Vera, Defensor, del Mar, del Rosario, de los Montala, de Mapor Abdullah, de Mapor Mohamed Khalid, Duabit, Durano, Di, Ilago, Inverga, Erice, Eriguel, Ermita Buhayan, Escudero, Espina, Espino, Estrella, Eusebio, Bardoni, Fariñas, Fernando, Ferrer Juliet, Ferrer Luis, Ferriol, Loirendo, Flores, Fortuno, Fentebella, Garbin, García Gwendolyn, García José Enrique, García Albano, Garin Oscar, Garin Sharon, Gasetay, Gatchalian, Neron, Go, Ana Cristina, Go, Mark, Gomez Gonzaga, González Alexandria, González Aurelio, González Fernando, Groseta, Gulias, Hernández, Herrera D. Hofer, Alonso, Xavier, Kokonghun, Labadaban, Lacson, Lacman, Lanete, Laugan, Lasatin, Lichon, Liling, Caichon, Lobregat, Lopez Benhur, Lopez Carlo, Lopez Manuliis, Loyola, Macapagaraloy, Maceda, Madrona, Malapita, Manalo, Mangawa, Mangudadato Suarto, Mangudadato Sajid, Marcoleta, Marcos Mariño, Marquez, Martinez, Matugas, Miliana, Mending, Mendoza, Mercado, Mirasol, Montoro, Nava, Nieto, Noel, Nograles, Jericho, Nograles, Carlos, Nolasco, Núñez, Mulañao, Noamina, Locampo, Olivares, Ong Edwin, Ong Henry, Ortega, Pablo, Ortega, Bininola, Pacquiao, Patuano, Palma, Pancho, Panganiban, Panotes, Papandayan, Pichay, Pimentel, Pineda, Plaza, Primicias, Agabas, Kimbo, Radasa, Ramirez, Sato, Ramos, Lampagos, Revilla, Roapuno, Robes, Rocamora, Rodriguez, Isidro, Rodriguez, Máximo, Roman, Romero, Romualdez, Romualdo, Roque, Sacdalan, Sagarbaria, Sahari, Salceda, Salimbang, Gonzalo, Salón, Sambar, Sancopan, Sandoval, Santos Recto, Sarmiento César, Sarmiento Edgar Meri, Sabillano, Sema, Xiao, Silvero, Sinson, Swansing, Estrella, Swansing, Gracio, Suarez, Alvarado, Tambonting, Tan Angelina, Tan Milagrosa, Tan Sherni, Tijada, Tebes, Chanco, Ting, Tiño, Tolentino, Treñas, Tugna, Tupas, Ti, Umali, Unabia, Ungag, Unico, Hoy Juliet, Hoy Orlando, Hoy Bareta, Vargas, Vargas Alfonso, Vilarde, Velasco, Velasco Cotera, Viloso, Vergara, Villafuerte, Villanueva, Villarasa Suárez, Villarica, Villarín, Vilago, Yap, Arthur, Yap Pinlecho, Yap Victor, Yu, Zamora Macarmen, Zamora Ronaldo, Sarata, Sobiri.
With 217 affirmative votes, no negative vote, no abstention, House Bill 7987 is approved on third reading. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we take up on third reading House Bill number 7103 and please direct our Secretary General to read the title of the measure and call the roll of members for the nominal vote.
Any objection? There is none. The motion is approved. The Secretary General is hereby directed to read the title of House Bill 710. Thereafter, call the roll of members for consideration on third reading.
House Bill 7110, an act creating a Class D District Office of the Land Transportation Office in the Municipality of Pamplona, Camarines Sur. Roll call of members for consideration of House Bill 7103. Abaya, Abayon, Abellanosa, Abo, Abueg, Atcharon, Acap, Acosta, Acosta Alba, Adjong, Advincula, Agaraw, Agabaw, Agdipay, Villar, Albano, Alcala, Alejano, Almario, Almonte, Alonte, Alvarez France, Alvarez Mercedes, Alvarez Pantalan, Amante, Amatong, Andaya, Angara Castillo, Antonino, Antonio, Aquino Magsaysay, Aragones, Arbizon, Arcillas, Arenas, Atienza, Aumentado, Bagaw, Bagatsing, Bagilat, Banal, Barbers, Barsaga, Batawid, Batocacabi, Bautista Bandigan, Vilaro, Belmonte, Feliciano, Belmonte, Jose Christopher, Belmonte, Ricardo, Benitez, Bernos, Bertis, Biason, Billones, Beron, Bolilla, Bondoc, Bordado, Bravo, Anthony, Bravo, Maravida, Brosas, Burut Bectang, Cagas, Calalang, Calderon, Calixto Rubiano, Caminero, Campos, Canama, Cari, Casilao, Castelo, Castro Prans, Castro Predinil, Catamco, Caetano, Celeste, Serapica, Ceriles, Chavez, Tipeco, Coco, Juanco, Coliantes, Cortés, Cortuna, Cosalan, Crisolgo, Cuba, Cuaresma, Cueva de Lipi, Datol, Daza de Jesus de Venecia, de Vera, Defensor, del Mar, de Rosario, de los Montalia, Dimaporo, Abdullah, Dimaporo, Mohamed Khalid, Duabit, Durano, Di, Ilago, Enverga, Erice, Eriguel, Ermita, Buain, Escudero, Espina, Espino, Estrella, Eusebio, Bardoni, Pariñas, Ferrando, Ferrer, Juliet, Marie, Ferrer, Luis, Perrior, Ploirendo, Flores, Fortuno, Fentevilla, Garbin, Garcia, Gwendolyn, Garcia, Jose Enrique, Garcia, Albano, Garin, Oscar, Garin, Sharon, Gasitaya, Gatchalian, Hiron, Go, Ane, Cristina, Go, Mark, Gomez, Gonzaga, González, Alexandria, González, Aurelio, González, Fernando, Groseta, Agulias, Hernández, Herrerati, Hofer, Alosos, Javier, Co, Conjun, Labad, Laksan, Lagman, Laneta, Lugan, Lesatin, Lichon, Lee, Lincaychon, Lobrigat, Lopez, Benhur, Lopez Caro, Lopez Manulis, Loyola, Makapagal-Arroyo, Maceda, Matrona, Malapitan, Manalo, Mangawa, Mangudato, Soharto, Mangudato, Sajid, Marcoleta, Marcos, Marinho, Marquez, Martinez, Matugas, Miliana, Mending, Mendoza, Mercado, Mirasol, Montoro, Naba, Nieto, Noel, Nograles, Jericho, Nograles, Carlo, Nolasco, Núñez, Malañano, Aminalo, Campo, Olivares, Ong Edwin, Ong Henry, Ortega, Pablo, Ortega, Bininola, Pacquiao, Paduado, Palma, Pancho, Panganipan, Panotes, Papandayan, Pichay, Pimentel, Pineda, Plaza, Primicia, Sacabas, Kimbo, Radasa, Ramirez, Sato, Ramos, Lampagos, Revilla, Roapuno, Robes, Rocamora, Rodríguez Isidro, Rodríguez Máximo, Román Romero, Romualdez, Romualdo, Roques, Dalan, Sagarbaria, Sares, Salceda, Salimbao, Gonzalo, Salón, San Bar, San Copan, Sandoval, Santos Recto, Sarmiento César, Sarmiento Edgar Mary, Sabillano, Sema, Xiao Silvero, Sing Son, Sing Estrelleta, Sing Groas, Suarez, El Boreado, Tan Bunting, Tan Angelina, Tan Milagrosa, Tan Sherni, Tejada, Tebes, Chanco, Ting, Tiño, Tolentino, Treña, Stugna, Tupasti, Umali, Unabia, Ungab, Único, Oy Juliet, Oy Rolando, Oy Barreta, Vargas, Vargas Alfonso, Velarde, Velasco, Velasco Catera, Viloso, Vergara, Villapuerte, Villanueva, Villarasa, Suárez, Villarica, Villarén, Violago, Yap Arthur, Yap Pimelesio, Yap Victor, Yu, Zamora Mercamen, Zamora Ronaldo, Sarate, Subiri.
With 224 affirmative votes, no negative vote, no abstention, House Bill 7103 is approved on third reading. Majority Leader. Nasabi ko na.
I move for suspension, Mr. Speaker.
Session suspended. Sessions resume. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we take up on second reading House Bill number 7, on third reading rather, House Bill number 7477. And please direct our Secretary General to read the title of the measure and call the roll for the nominal vote.
Any objection? The chair is none. The motion is approved. The Secretary General is hereby directed to read the title of House Bill 7477 and thereafter call the roll of members for consideration on third reading.
House Bill 7477, an act establishing a multi-species marine hatchery in the municipality of Batad, province of Iloilo, and appropriating funds therefore. Roll call of members for consideration of House Bill 7477. Abayo na Villano sa Abo, Abueg at Charon, Acop, Acosta, Alba, Jong at Vincula, Garaw, Gabawag, Lipay, Villar, Albano, Alcala, Alejano, Almario, Almonte, Alonte, Alvarez France, Alvarez Mercedes, Alvarez Pantaleon, Amante, Amatong, Andaya, Angara Castillo, Antonino, Antonio, Aquino, Magsaysay, Aragones, Arbizon, Arcilias, Arenas, Atienza, Aumentado, Bagaw, Bacaching, Bagilat, Banal, Barbers, Barsaga, Batawel, Batocabe, Bautista Bandiga, Albirao, Belmonte Feliciano, Belmonte Jose Christopher, Belmonte Ricardo, Benitez, Bernos, Bertis, Biason, Billones, Beron, Bolilla, Bundok, Bordado, Bravo, Anthony, Bravo, Maria Vida, Brosas, Bectang, Cagas, Calalang, Calderon, Calixto Rubiano, Caminoro, Campos, Canama, Cari, Casilo, Castelo, Castor Franz, Castor Predinil, Catamco, Caetano, Celeste, Serapica, Ceriles, Chavez, Chepeco, Juanco, Juliantes, Cortés, Cortuna, Cusalan, Crisolgo, Cua, Quaresma, Cueva, Dalipi, Datol, Dasa, de Jesus, de Venecia, de Vera, Defensor, Del Mar, de Losario, de Los Montala, Dimapor Abdullah, Dimapor Mahad Khalid, Dopet, Durano, Di, Ilago, Niverga, Erice, Eriguel, Ermita Boy, Escudero, Espino, Estrella, Eusebio, Bardone, Fareñas, Fernando, Ferrer, Juliet Marie, Ferrer Luis, Periol, Ploy, Rendo, Flores, Fortuno, Pentavilla, Carvin, García, Gwendolyn, García, Orce, Enrique, García Albano, Garin Oscar, Garin Charo, Gasatay, Gatchalian, Heron, Go, Ana Cristina, Go, Mark, Gomez, Gonzaga, González, Alexandria, González Aurelio, González Fernando, Goroseta, Agulias, Hernández, Herrera, Hofer, Alasos, Javier, Kokunhun, Labad, Lakson, Lakman, Lanete, Laugan, Lasatin, Lee, Chon, Lee, Limkaichon, Labrigan, Lopez Benhur, Lopez Caro, Lopez Manulis, Loyola, Makapaglaroy, Maceda, Madrona, Malapitan, Manalo, Mangawang, mga Dodato Suarto, mga Dodato Sajit, Marcoleta, Marcos Marino, Marquez Martinez, Matugas, Villana, Mending, Mendoza, Mercado, Mirasol, Montoro, Nava, Nieto, Noel, Nograles Jericho, Nograles Carlos, Nolasco, Núñez Malañón, Aminalo, Campo, Olivares, Ong Edwin, O Henry, Ortega Pabla, Ortega Bininola, Pacquiao, Padano, Palma, Pancho, Panganiban, Panotes, Papandayan, Pichay, Pimentel, Pineda, Plaza, Primicia, Sagabas, Kimbo, Radasa, Ramirez Sato, Ramos, Lampagos, Revilla, Roapuna, Robes, Rocamora, Rodriguez Isidro, Rodriguez Máximo, Roman, Romero, Romaldes, Romaldos, Roque, Sacdalan, Sagarbaria, Saales, Salceda, Salimbagon, Salos, Alon, Sambar, Sancopan, Sandoval, Santos Recto, Sarmiento César, Sarmiento Edgar Meri, Sabillano, Semas, Charles Elberes, Sing Sonson, Sing Estrolieta, Son Sing Horacio, Suarez, Alvarado, Tambunting, Tan Angelita, Tan Milagrosa, Tan Cherny, Tejada, Tebes, Chanco, Tiño, Tolentino, Treñas, Tugna, Tupas, Umali, Unabia, Ungab, Unico, Oy Juliet, Oy Rolando, Oy Bareta, Vargas, Alfonso, Biladar, Velasco, Catera, Velasco, Vergara, Villapuerta, Villanueva, Villarasa, Suarez, Villarrica, Villaren, Villago, Yap Arthur, Yap Melesio, Yap Victor, Yus, Zamora Macarmen, Zamora Ronaldo, Zarate Sobiri.
With 224 affirmative votes, no negative votes, no abstention, House Bill 7477 is approved on third reading. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move for the consideration on third reading of House Bill number 7480. And for this purpose, may I request the Secretary General be directed to read the title of the bill.
Any objection? The chair is none. The motion is approved. The Secretary General is hereby directed to read the title of House Bill 7480. Thereafter, call the roll of members for consideration on third reading.
House Bill 7480, an act providing for the construction of a peace fort in the city of Cabadbaran, province of Agusan del Norte, and appropriating funds, therefore. Roll call of members for consideration on third reading of House Bill 7480. Abayo na Villanosa, Abo, Abueg, at Charon, Acop, Acosta, Alba, Adjong, at Vincula, Garaw, Agabawag, Dipay, Villar, Albano, Alcala, Alejano, Almario, Almonte, Alonte, Alvarez France, Alvarez Mercedes, Alvarez Pantaleon, Amante, Amatong, Andaya, Angara Castillo, Antonino, Antonio, Aquino Magsaysay, Aragones, Arbizon, Arcilias, Arenas, Atienza, Aumentado, Bagaw, Bacaching, Bagilat, Banal, Barbers, Barsaga, Batawel, Batocabi, Bautista Bandigat, Bilaro, Belmonte Feliciano, Belmonte Jose Christopher, Belmonte Ricardo, Benitez, Bernos, Bertis, Biason, Billones, Beron, Bolilla, Bondoc, Bordado, Bravo Anthony, Bravo Morevida, Brosas, Bulut Begtang, Cagas, Calalang, Calderon, Calixto Urbiano, Caminero, Campos, Canama, Cari, Casilo, Costello, Castro Franz, Castro Predenil, Catamco, Caetano, Celeste, Sarapica, Cerilis, Chavez, Chepeco, Coco, Juanco, Culiantes, Tes Cortuna, Cosalan, Crisólogo, Cuba, Cuaresma, Cueva, Delipe, Datol, Daza, de Sus, de Venecia, de Vera, Defensor, del Mar, de Rosario, de los Montales, de Mapur Abdullah, de Mapur por Muhammad Gali, Duabit, Durano, Di, Ilago, Inverga, Erice, Erigel, Ermita Buain, Escudero, Espina, Estrella, Eusebio, Bardone, Pariñas, Fernando, Ferrer Juliet, Ferrer Luis, Ferriol, Ploirende, Flores, Fortuno, Pentavilla, Garbin, Garcia, Gwendolyn, Garcia, José Enrique, Garcia, Albano, Garin Oscar, Garin Sharon, Gasatay, Gatchelian, Heron, Go, Ana Cristina, Go, Mark, Gomez, Gonzaga, González, Alexandria, González Aurelia, González Fernando, Goroseta, Agulias, Hernández, Herrera D. Hofer, Alaso, Xavier, Kokung, Labad, Lakson, Lagman, Laneta, Laugan, Lesatin, Lechon, Lee, Limcaichon, Labrigat, Lopez Benor, Lopez Caro, Lopez Manu Luis, Loyola, Macapalgaroyo, Maceda, Matrona, Malapitan, Manalo, Mangawa, Mga Dadato Suharto, Mga Dadato Sajid, Marcoleta, Marcos Marino, Marquez Martínez, Matugas, Miliana, Mending, Mendoza, Mercado, Mirasol, Montoro, Nava, Nieto, Noel, Nograles Jericho, Nograles Carlos, Nolazo, Núñez Malañán, Nominal, Ocampo, Olivares, On Edwin, On Henry, Ortega Pablo, Ortega Bininola, Pacquiao, Paduano, Palma, Pancho, Panganiban, Panotes, Papandayan, Pichay, Pimentel, Pineda, Plaza, Permisia, Sacabas, Kimbo, Radasa, Ramirez Sato, Ramos, Rampagos, Revilla, Roapuno, Robes, Rocamora, Rodriguez Isidro, Rodriguez Máximo, Roman Romero, Romualdez, Romualdo, Roque, Sacdalan, Sacadbaria, Sales, Salceda, Salimbaon, Salón, Sambar, San Copan, Sandoval, Santos Recto, Sarmiento César, Sarmiento Edgar Mérez, Sabillano, Semasio, Silvero, Singson, Swansing Estrelleta, Swansing Horacio, Suarez, Alvarado, Tan Bunting, Tan Angelina, Tan Milagrosa, Tan Cherny, Tejada, Tebes, Chanco, Tiño, Tolentino, Tren, Stugna, Tupas, Tío, Umali, Unabia, Ungab, Único, o Juliet, o Rolando, Ibareta, Vargas, Alfonso, Vilar de Velasco, Cotera, Vilosa, Vergara, Villapuerta, Villanueva, Villarasa, Suárez, Villarica, Villarín, Villago, Yap Arthur, Yap Inesio, Yap Victor, Yu, Zamoro, María Carmen, Zamora, Ronaldo, Zarate, Sobiri.
With 224 affirmative votes, no negative vote, no abstention, House Bill 7480 is approved on third reading. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move for the consideration and third reading of House Bill number 7482 and the Secretary General to be directed to read the title of the bill and therefore to call the roll for nominal voting.
Any objection? The chair is none. The motion is approved. The Secretary General is hereby directed to read the title of House Bill 7482. Thereafter, call the roll of members for consideration on third reading.
House Bill 7482, an act establishing a mariculture development park located in the municipalities of Carmen, Nasipit, and Buena Vista, province of Acusan del Norte, and appropriating funds therefore. Roll call of members for consideration of House Bill 7482. Abaya, Nabilianosa, Abo, Abuega, Charon, Acap, Acosta, Acosalba, Adjong, Advincula, Agaraw, Agabao, Aglipay, Villar, Albano, Alcala, Alejano, Almario, Almonte, Alonte, Alvarez France, Alvarez Mercedes, Alvarez Pantaleon, Amante, Amatong, Andaya, Angara, Castillo, Antonino, Antonio, Aquino, Magsaysay, Aragones, Arbizon, Arcilias, Arenas, Atienza, Aumentado, Bagaw, Bacaching, Bagilat, Banal, Barbers, Barsaga, Batawil, Batocabi, Bautista Bandiga, Bilaro, Belmonte Feliciano, Belmonte Jose Christopher, Belmonte Ricardo, Benitez, Bernas, Bertiz, Biason, Billones, Beron, Bolilla, Bundok, Bordado, Bravo Anthony, Bravo Maria Vida, Brosas, Bulut, Bectang, Cagas, Calalang, Calderon, Calixto Rubiano, Caminero, Campos, Canama, Cari, Casilo, Castelo, Castro Pran, Castro Predelil, Catamco, Caetano, Celeste, Serapica, Cerilis, Chávez, Tepeco, Cojuanco, Juliantes, Cortés, Cortuna, Cosalán, Crisolgo, Cuba, Coresma, Cueva, Dalibia, Datol, Daza, de Jesus, de Venecia, de Vera, de Benzor, del Mar, de Rosario, de los Montaña, de por Abdullah, de por Muhammad Khalid, Duabit, Durano, Di, Ilago, Inverga, Erice, Erigel, Ermita Buhangin, Escudero, Espina, Estrella, Eusebio, Bardone, Pariñas, Fernando, Ferrer Juliet, Ferrer Luis, Ferriol, Loirenda, Flores, Fortuno, Pentevilla, Garbin, Garcia Gwendolyn, Garcia José Enrique, Garcia Albano, Garin Oscar, Garin Sharon, Gasatay, Gachelan, Heron, Go, Ana Cristina, Go, Mark, Gomas, Gonzaga, González Alexandria, González Aurelia, González Fernando, Groseta, Agulias, Hernández, Herrera, Hofer, Alosos, Javier, Cocunjun, Labad, Laxon, Lagman, Lanete, Laugan, Lasatin, Chon, Lee, Limcaichon, Lobrigat, Lopez Benhur, Lopez Caro, Lopez Manu Luis, Loyola, Macapagalaroyo, Maceda, Madrona, Malapita, Manalo, Mangawa, Mangdadato Suarto, Mangdadato Sajid, Marcoleta, Marcos Marino, Marquez Martinez, Matugas, Meliana, Mending, Mendoza, Mercado, Mirasol, Montoro, Nava, Nieto, Noel Nograles Jericho Nograles Carlos. Nyolas ko Nanyos Malanyon o Aminalo Campo Olivares Ong Edwin Ong Henry Otega Pablo Otega Bininola Pacquiao Paduano Palma Pancho Panganibir Panotes Papandayan Pichay Pimentel Beneda Plaza Provincia Sagabas Kimbo Radasa Ramirez Sato Ramos Lampagos Revilla Roapuno Robes Rocamora Rodriguez Isidro Rodriguez Maximo Roman Romero Romualdez Romualdo Roque Sakdalan sa Gadbaria sa Halis Salcedo sa Limbangan Salon Sambar Sangkopan Sandoval Santos Recto Sarmiento Cesar Sarmiento Edgar Mere Sabiliano Semas Chao Silver Singson Swansing Estrelleta Swansing Horacio Suarez Elibaredo Tambonting Tan Angelina Tan Milagrosa Tan Sherni Tihada Tebes Chanco Ting Tiño Tolentino Treñas Tugna Tupas Ti Umali Unabia Ungab Único Uy Juliet Oy Rolando Ibareta Vargas Alfonso Velarde Velasco Catera Vilosa Vergara Villaverde Villanueva Villarasa Suarez Villarica Villarin Vilago Yap Arthur Yap Milesio Yap Victor Yu Samore Macarmen Samora Ronaldo Sarate Sobiri.
With 224 affirmative votes, no negative vote, no abstention, House Bill 7482 is approved on third reading. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move for the consideration and third reading of House Bill number 7487 and the Secretary General to be directed to read the title of the bill and call the roll for nominal voting.
Any objection? The chair hears none. The motion is approved. The Secretary General is hereby directed to read the title of House Bill 7487, thereafter call the roll of members for consideration on third reading.
House Bill 7487, an act establishing a multi-species marine hatchery in the municipality of San Dionisio, province of Iloilo, and appropriating funds therefore.
Majority Leader.
Roll call of members for consideration of House Bill number 7487. Abaya Nabiliano sa Abo, Abuega, Charon, Acop, Acosta, Alba, Jong, Advincula, Garawa, Gabawag, Dibay, Villar, Albano, Alcala, Alejano, Almario, Almonte, Alonte, Alvarez France, Alvarez Mercedes, Alvarez Pantaleon, Amate, Amatong, Andaya, Angarastillo, Antonino, Antonio, Aquino, Magsaysay, Aragones, Arbison, Arcillas, Arenas, Atienza, Aumentado, Bagaw, Bagatsing, Bagilat, Banal, Barber, Bersaga, Batawil, Batocabi, Bautista, Bandigan, Bilaro, Belmonte Feliciano, Belmonte Jose Christopher, Belmonte Ricardo, Benitez, Bernos, Bertis, Biason, Billones, Beron, Bolilla, Bondoc, Bordado, Bravo Anthony, Bravo Marevida, Brosas, Bulot, Bigtang, Cagas, Calalang, Calderon, Calistorbiano, Caminero, Campos, Canama, Cari, Casilao, Castelo, Castro Franz, Castro Predenil, Catamco, Caetano, Celeste, Serapica, Ceriles, Chávez, Tepeco, Coco, Juanco, Juliantes, Cortés, Cortuna, Cusalan, Crisólogo, Cuba, Cuaresma, Cueva, Dalipe, Datol, Daza, de Jesus, de Benecio, de Vera, de Benzor, del Mar, de Rosario, de Los Montalia, de Mapor Abdullah, de Mapor Mohamed Khalid, Doabit, Dorana, Di, Ilago, Eniverga, Erice, Eriguela, Ermita Buagin, Escudero, Espina, Espino, Estrella, Eusebio, Bardone, Fariñas, Fernando, Ferrer, Juliet, Ferrer Luis, Periol, Floyrendo, Flores, Fortuno, Fenteville, Garbin, García, Gwendolyn, García, Enrique, García Albano, Garin, Oscar, Garin Sharon, Gasatay, Gachelian, Neron, Goano, Cristina, Go Mark, Gómez Gonzaga, González Alexandria, González Aruelio, González Fernando, Goroseta, Gulias, Hernández, Herrera D, Hofer, Alasosa, Pierre, Coconjun, Labadabad, Lacson, Lagman, Lanete, Logan, Lesatinda, John, Lilim, Caichon, Lobrigat, Lopez Benor, Lopez Caro, Lopez Manuel Luis, Loyola, Macapaglaroyo, Maceda, Madron, Malapitan, Manalong, Mangawang, mga Dadato Suharto, mga Dadato Sajid, Marcoleta, Marcos Marino, Marquez, Martinez, Matugas, Meliana, Mending, Mendoza, Mercado, Mirasol, Montoro, Nava, Nieto, Noel, Nograles, Jericho, Nograles, Carlo, Nolas con Noñez Malaniano, Aminalo Campo, Olivares, Ong Edwin, Ong Henry, Ortega Pablo, Ortega Bininola, Pacquiao, Paduano, Palma, Pancho, Panganiban, Panotes, Papandayan, Pichay, Pimentel, Pineda, Plaza, Primicia, Sagabas, Kimbo, Radasa, Ramirez Sato, Ramos, Lampagos, Revilla, Roapuno, Robes, Rocamora, Rodriguez Isidro, Rodriguez Máximo, Roman Romero, Romualdez, Romualdo, Roque, Sakdalan, Sagarbaria, Sahales, Salceda, Salimbangon, Salo, Salon, Sambar, Sancopan, Sandoval, Santos Recto, Sarmiento Cesar, Sarmiento Edgar Meri, Sabillano, Semas, Chao Silvera, Son, Swansing, Estrelleta, Swansing, Horacio Suarez, Alvarado, Tambonting, Tan Angelina, Tan Milagrosa, Tan Cherni, Tijada, Tevez, Chanco, Ting Tiño, Tolentino, Treñas, Tugna, Tupasti, Omari, Unabia, Ungab, Único, Uy Juliet, Uy Rolando, Ibareta, Vargas, Alfonso, Velarde, Velasco, Catera, Viloso, Vergara, Villapuerte, Villanueva, Villarasa, Suarez, Villarica, Villarín, Vilago, Yap Arthur, Yap Melesio, Yap Victor, Yu, Zamore Mara Carmen, Zamora Ronaldo, Sarate Sobiri.
With 224 affirmative votes, no negative vote, no abstention, House Bill 7487 is approved on third reading. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move for the consideration and third reading of House Bill number 7489, and thereafter ask the Secretary General to read the title of the said measure and call the roll for a nominal
Any
voting.
objection?
So
The chair
moved.
hears none. The motion is approved. The Secretary General is hereby directed to read the title of House Bill 7489. Thereafter, call the roll of members for consideration on third reading.
House Bill 7489, an act establishing a multi-species marine hatchery in the municipality of Barotac Viejo, province of Iloilo, and appropriating funds therefore. Roll call of members for consideration of House Bill 7489. Abaya, Abayo, Nabiliano sa Abo, Abuek, at Saron, Ako, Pacosta, Acosta, Alba, Adjong, Advincula, Garawa, Gabawag, Dipay, Villar, Albano, Alcara, Alejano, Almario, Almonte, Alonte, Alvarez Franz, Alvarez Mercedes, Alvarez Pantalon, Amante, Amatong, Andaya, Angara Castillo, Antonino, Antonio, Aquino, Magsaysay, Aragones, Arbison, Arcillas, Arenas, Atienza, Aumentado, Bagao, Bocaching, Bagilat, Banal, Barbers, Barzaga, Batawid, Batacawi, Bautista Bandigan, Bilara, Belmonte, Feliciano, Belmonte, Jose Christopher, Belmonte, Ricardo, Benitez, Bernos, Bertis, Biason, Billones, Beron, Bulilla, Bundok, Bordado, Bravo, Anthony, Bravo, Maravida, Prosas, Bulug, Bectang, Cagas, Calalang, Calderon, Calixtorbiano, Caminero, Campos, Canama, Cari, Casilo, Castelo, Castro Franz, Castro Predinil, Catampo, Caetano, Celeste, Serapica, Ceriles, Chavez, Tipeco, Coco, Juanco, Juliantes, Cortés, Cortuna, Cusalan, Crisolgo, Cua, Quaresma, Cueva, Delipe, de Tol, Daza, de Jesus, de Venecia, de Vero, de Benzor, Del Mar, de Lusario, de Los Montalia, de Mapor Abdullah, de Mapor Mohamed Khalid, Duabit, Durano, Di Ilago, Enverga, Erice, Eriguel, Eremito Buhain, Scudera, Espina, Espino, Estrella, Eusebio, Ibardone, Parines, Fernando, Ferrer Juliet, Ferrer Luis, Ferriol, Floyrenda, Flores, Fortuno, Fendevilla, Garbin, Garcia, Gwendolyn, Garcia, Jose Enrique, Garcia Albana, Garin Oscar, Garin Sharon, Gasatay, Gasilan, Heron, Go Anak Cristina, Go Mark, Gomez, Gonzaga, Gonzales, Alexandria, Gonzales Aurelia, Gonzales Fernando, Gorseta, Gullias, Hernandez, Herrera, Hopper, Halosos, Javier, Kokong Labadabad, Lakson, Lagman, Laneta, Laugan, Lasatin, Lichon, Lili, Makaichong, Labrigat, Lopez Benhur, Lopez Caro, Lopez Manulis, Loyola, Makapaglaro, Maceda, Madrona, Malapita, Manalo, Mangawang, Mangudadato Suharto, Mangudadato Sajid, Marculeta, Marcos, Marino, Marquez, Martinez, Matugas, Miliana, Mending, Mendoza, Mercado, Mirasol, Montoro, Nava, Nieto, Noel, Nograles, Jericho, Nograles, Carlo, Nolasco, Núñez Malayo, Waminal, Ocampo, Olivares, Ong Edwin, Ong Henry, Ortega Pablo, Ortega Bininola, Pacquiao, Paduano, Palma, Pancho, Panganiban, Panotes, Papandayan, Pichay, Pimentel, Pineda, Plaza, Premises, Agabas, Kimbo, Radasa, Ramirez Sato, Ramos, Lampagos, Revilla, Roapuno, Robes, Rocamora, Rodriguez Isidro, Rodriguez Maximo, Roman Romero, Romualdez, Romualdo Roque, Sacdalan, Sagbarbaria, Sahales, Salceda, Salimbangon, Salon, Sambar, Sancopan, Sandoval, Santos Recto, Sarmiento Cesar, Sarmiento Edgar Meri, Sabillano, Semas, Xiao Cervero, Singson, Swansing Estrelleta, Swansing Horacio, Suarez, si Alvarado, Tan Bonting, Tan Angelina, Tan Milagrosa, Tan Sherni, Tijada, Tebes, Chanco, Ting Tinio, Tolentino, Treñas, Tugna, Tupas, Ti, Umali, Unabia, Ungab, Unico, Uy Juliet, Uy Rolando, Uy Bareta, Vargas, Alfonso, Bilardo, Velasco, Catera, Viloso, Vergara, Villapuerta, Villanueva, Villarasa, Suarez, Villarica, Villarin, Biolago, Yap Arthur, Yap Melesio, Yap Victor, Yu, Zamora Macarmen, Zamora Ronaldo, Sarate Sobiri.
With 224 affirmative votes, no negative vote, no abstention, House Bill 7489 is approved on third reading. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I now move for the consideration and third reading of House Bill 7717 and direct the Secretary General to read the title of the said measure and thereafter call the roll for nominal voting. So move.
Any objection? The chair is none. The motion is approved. The Secretary General is hereby directed to read the title of House Bill 7717. Thereafter, call the roll of members for consideration on third reading.
House Bill 7717, anak increasing the bed capacity of Tondo Medical Center in the city of Manila from 200 to 300 beds, upgrading its professional healthcare services and facilities, authorizing the increase of its medical personnel and appropriating funds therefore. Roll call of members for consideration of House Bill 7717. Abaya, Nabiliano sa Abo, Abueg, at Charon, Ako, Pacosta, Acosta, Alba, Adjong, Advincula, Garawa, Gabawag, Dipay, Villar, Albano, Alcala, Alejano, Almario, Almonte, Alonte, Alvarez Franz, Alvarez Mercedes, Alvarez Pantaleon, Amante, Amatong, Andaya, Angara Castillo, Antonino, Antonio, Aquino Magsaysay, Aragones, Arbison, Arcillas, Arenas, Atienza, Aumentado, Bagaw, Bagatsing, Bagilat, Banal, Barber, Bersaga, Batawil, Batucabi, Bautista Bandigan, Bilaro, Belmonte Feliciano, Belmonte Jose Christopher, Belmonte Ricardo, Benitez, Bernas, Bertis, Biason, Billones, Beron, Bolilla, Bondok, Bordado, Bravo Anthony, Bravo Marevida, Brosas, Bulot, Bectang, Cagas, Calalang, Calderon, Calix Sorbiano, Caminero, Campos, Canama, Cari, Casila, Castelo, Castro Franz, Castro Pedinil, Catamco, Caetano, Celeste, Serapica, Ceriles, Chavez, Cepeco, Coco, Juanco, Coliantes, Cortés, Cortuna, Cosalan, Crisólogo, Cua, Coresma, Cueva, Dalipid, Datol, Daza, de Jesus, de Venecia, de Vera, Defensor, Del Mar, de Lusario, de Los Montalia, de Mapor Abdullah, de Mapor Mohamed Khalid, Duabit, Durane, di Ilago, Inverga, Erice, Erigel, Ermita Buhay, Escudero, Espina, Espino, Estrella, Eusebio, Ibardone, Fariñas, Fernando, Perar Juliet, Perar Luis, Periol, Ployrenda, Flores, Fortuna, Fentavilla, Garbin, García, Gwendolyn, García, José Enrique, García Albano, Garin Oscar, Garin Sharon, Gacetay, Gachalian, Heron, Go Ana Cristina, Go Mark Gomez, Gonzaga, González Alexandria, González Aurelia, González Fernando, Goroseta, Julias Hernández, Herreradi, Hofer Alasos, Javier, Kokung, Dabat, Lakson, Lagman, Lanete, Laugan, Lasatin, Lichon, Lee, Lingaichon, Lobrigat, Lopez Benur, Lopez Caro, Lopez Man Luis, Loyola, Makapaglaroy, Maceda, Madrona, Malapita, Manalo, Mangawa, Mangudadato Suarto, Mangudadato Sajid, Marcoleta, Marcos Mariño, Marques Martínez, Matugas, Miliana, Mending, Mendoza, Mercado, Mirasol, Montoro, Nava, Nieto, Noel, Nograles Jericho, Nograles Carlo, Nolasco, Núñez Malañao, Waminalo Campo, Olivares, Ong Edwin, Ong Henry, Ortega Pablo, Ortega Pininola, Pacquiao, Patuano, Palma, Pancho, Paganiban, Panotes, Pandayan, Pichay, Pimentel, Pineda, Plaza, Primicia, Sagabas, Kimbo, Radasa, Ramirez, Ramos, Relampagos, Revilla, Roapuna, Rubes, Rocamora, Rodríguez Isidro, Rodríguez Máximo, Román Romero, Romualdo Roque, Sacdalan, Sagarbaria, Sahales, Salceta, Salimbagon, Salón, San Bar, San Copan, Sandoval, Santos Recto, Sarmiento César, Sarmiento Edgar Mary, Savillano, Sema, Ciao, Selvera, Sinson, Swansing, Israelita, Swansing, Horacio, Suarez, Saliabaral, Tamboding, Tan Angelina, Tan Milagrosa, Tan Cherni, Tiada, Tebes, Chanco, Tinyo, Tolentino, Treñas, Tugna, Tupas, Ti, Umali, Unabia, Ungab, Único, Oy Juliet, Oy Rolando, Oy Bareta, Vargas Alfonso, Vilade, Velasco Catera, Viloso, Vergara, Villapuerta, Villanueva, Villarasa Suárez, Villarica, Villarín, Violago, Yap Arthur, Yap Milesio, Yap Victor, Yu, Zamora María Carmen, Zamora Ronaldo, Zarate Sobiri.
With 224 affirmative votes, no negative vote, no abstention, House Bill 7717 is approved on third reading. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I now move that we consider on third reading House Bill 7779 and ask the Secretary General to read the title of the said measure and thereafter call the roll for nominal voting. So
Any
moved.
objection? The chair is none. The motion is approved. The Secretary General is hereby directed to read the title of House Bill 7779. Thereafter, call the roll of members for consideration on third reading.
House Bill 7779, anak establishing an arboretum in the municipality of Tagoloan, Lanao del Norte, to be known as the Mighty Cave Park Arboretum and appropriating funds. Therefore, roll call of members for consideration of House Bill 7779. Abaya, Abayon, Abellanosa, Abo, Abuega, Charon, Acop, Acosta, Alba, Achong, Advincula, Agaraw, Agabaw, Agdipay, Villar, Albano, Alcala, Alejano, Almario, Almonte, Alonte, Alvarez France, Alvarez Mercedes, Alvarez Pantaleon, Amante, Amatong, Andaya, Angara Castillo, Antonino, Antonio, Aquino Magsaysay, Aragones, Arbizon, Arcilias, Arenas, Atienza, Aumentado, Bagaw, Bacaching, Bagilat, Banal, Barbers, Barsaga, Batawel, Batocabi, Bautista Bandigan, Vilaro, Belmonte Feliciano, Belmonte Jose Christopher, Belmonte Ricardo, Benitez, Bernos, Bertiz, Biason, Billones, Beron, Bolilla, Bondoc, Bordado, Bravo Anthony, Bravo Maria Vida, Brosas, Bulut Bectang, Cagas, Calalang, Calderon, Calixtorbiano, Caminero, Campos, Canama, Cari, Casilao, Castelo, Castro Franz, Castro Pedinil, Catamco, Caetano, Celeste, Serapica, Cerilis, Chavez, Cepeco, Coco, Juanco, Coliantes, Cortes, Cortuna, Cosalan, Cosogolgo, Cuba, Coresma, Cueva, Delipe, Datol, Daza, de Jesus, de Venecia, de Vera, Defensor, Del Mar, del Rosario, de los Montalia, Dimapor Abdullah, Dimapor Mohamed Khalid, Duabit, Durano, Di, Ilago, Inverga, Erice, Eriquel, Ermita Buhayin, Escudero, Espina, Espino, Estrella, Eusebio, Bardone, Pariñas, Fernando, Ferrer Juliet, Ferrer Luis, Ferriol, Ployorende, Flores, Fortuno, Pentevilla, Garbin, García Gwendolyn, García José Enrique, García Albano, Garin Oscar, Garin Sharon, Gasatay, Gachelian, Hiron, Go Ana Cristina, Go Mark, Gómez Gonzaga, González Alexandria, González Aurelia, González Fernando, Goroseta, Gulias Hernández Herrera, Hopper, Halosos, Javier, Kokong, Labad, Lakson, Lagwan, Lanete, Laugan, Lasatin, Lechon, Lichon, Limcaichon, Lopez Benhur, Lopez Carol, Lopez Manuliis, Loyola, Macapaglaroy, Maceda, Madroda, Malapitan, Manalo, Mangawang, mga Dudato Suharto, mga Dudato Sajid, Marcoleta, Marcos Marino, Marquez, Martinez, Matugas, Miliana, Mending, Mendoza, Mercado, Mirasol, Montoro, Nava, Nieto, Noel, Nograles, Jericho, Nograles, Carlo, Nolasco, Nunez, Malañao, Noaminal, Ocampo, Olivares, Ong Edwin, On Henry, Ortega, Ortega Pablo, Ortega Bininola, Pacquiao, Paduano, Palma, Pancho, Panganiban, Panotes, Papanday, Bichay, Pimentel, Pineda, Plaza, Primicias, Agabas, Kimbo, Radasa, Ramirez, Sato, Ramos, Dampagos, Revilla, Roapuno, Robes, Rocamora, Rodriguez Isidro, Rodriguez Máximo, Román, Romero, Romualdez, Romualdo, Roque, Sagdalan, Sagbaria, Sahales, Salceda, Salimbangon, Salo, Salón, Sambar, Sancopan, Sandoval, Santos Recto, Sarmiento Cesar, Sarmiento Edgar Meri, Sabillano, Semas, Yao, Silvera, Singson, Swansing Estrelleta, Swansing Horacio, Suarez, Si Alvarado, Tambonting, Tan Angelina, Tan Milagrosa, Tan Sherni, Tijada, Tebes, Chanco, Ting, Tiño, Tolentino, Treñas, Tugna, Tupas, Ti, Umali, Unabia, Ungab, Único, Juliet, Orlando, Ibareta, Vargas, Vargas Alfonso, Vilate, Velasco, Velasco Catera, Veloso, Vergara, Villaverde, Villanueva, Villarasa Suárez, Villarica, Villarin, Biolago, Yap Arthur, Yap Melesio, Yap Victor, Yu, Zamora, Mara Carmen, Zamora Ronaldo, Sarati, Sobiri.
With 224 affirmative votes, no negative vote, no abstention, House Bill 7779 is approved on third reading. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that all bills approved on third reading be transmitted immediately to the Senate for their action. So move.
Any objection? The chair is none. The motion is approved. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I also move that the Honorable Renio Abu be made a co-author of House Bill 7881 as contained in Committee Report 793. So move.
Any objection? Here's none. The motion is approved.
Mr. Speaker, I
Majority
move that
Leader.
we suspend session for a minute.
Session suspended.
Sure natin siya. Miss
Sessions resume. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I now move that we consider on third reading House Bill number 7781 and ask the Secretary General to read the title of the said measure and thereafter call the roll for nominal voting. So
Any
moved.
objection? The chair is none. The motion is approved. The Secretary General is hereby directed to read the title of House Bill 7781. Thereafter, call the roll of members for consideration on third reading.
House Bill number 7781, an act establishing an arboretum in the premises of Community Environment and Natural Resources Office in the Municipality of Culambugan, Lanao del Norte, to be known as the Culambugan Arboretum and appropriating funds therefore. Roll call of members for consideration of House Bill 7781. Abaya, nabili na sa abo, abay katsaron ako, pakosta ako sa alba, adyong at pinkula, agaraw, agabaw, Agdipay Villar, Albano, Alcala, Alejano, Almario, Almonte, Alonte, Alvarez France, Alvarez Mercedes, Alvarez Pantaleon, Amante, Amatong, Andaya, Angara Castillo, Antonino, Antonio, Aquino Magsaysay, Aragones, Arbison, Arcillas, Arenas, Atienza, Aumentado, Bagaw, Bakatsing, Bagilat, Banal, Barber, Barsaga, Batawl, Batocabi, Bautista Bandigan, Bellaro, Belmonte Feliciano, Belmonte Jose Christopher, Belmonte Ricardo, Benitez, Bernos, Bertis, Biason, Billones, Veron, Bolilla, Bondoc, Bordado, Bravo Anthony, Bravo Marabida, Brosas, Bulot, Bigtang, Cagas, Calalang, Calderon, Calexo, Rubiano, Caminorio, Campos, Canama, Cari, Casilo, Castelo, Castro Franz, Castro Predinil, Catamco, Caetano, Celeste, Serapica, Ceriles, Chavez, Chepeco, Juanco, Coliantes, Cortés, Cortuna, Coselan, Cresólogo, Cuba, Cuaresma, Cueva, Delipe, Datol, Daza, de Jesus, de Venecia, de Vera, Defensor, del Mar, del Rosario, de Los Montalia, Dimapuro Abdullah, Dimapuro Mohamed Khalid, Duabit, Durana, Di Ilago, Enverga, Erice, Erigel, Ermita Buhain, Scudero, Espina, Estrella, Eusebio, Bardone, Fariñas, Fernando Ferrer, Juliet Marie, Ferrer Luis, Ferriol, Loirenda, Flores, Fortuno, Fuentevilla, Garbin, García Gwendolyn, García José Enrique, García Albano, Garin, Oscar, Garin Sharon, Casatay, Gatchalian, Heron, Goana Cristina, Go Mark, Gomez, Gonzaga, González, Alexandria, González Aurelia, González Fernando, Groseta, Gullias, Hernández, Herrera-D, Hofer, Halosos, Javier, Co, Conjun, Labad, Lacson, Lagman, Lanete, Laugan, Lasatin, Liachon, Lee, Limcaychon, Lobregat, Lopez Benur, Lopez Caro, Lopez Juan Luis, Loyola, Macapagal-Arroyo, Maceda, Madrona, Malapitan, Manalo, Mangawang, Mangudadat, Soharto, Mangudadat, Sajid, Marcoleta, Marcos, Mariño, Marquez, Martinez, Matugas, Meliana, Mending, Mendoza, Mercado, Mirasol, Montoro, Nava, Nieto, Noel, Nograles, Jericho, Nograles, Carlo, Nolasco, Noñez Malañao, Noamina, Locampo, Olivares, On Edwin, On Henry, Ortega Pablo, Ortega Bininola, Pacquiao, Paduano, Palma, Pancho, Panganiban, Panotes, Papandayan, Pichay, Pimentel, Pineda, Plaza, Provincia, Sagabas, Kimbo, Radasa, Ramirez Sato, Ramos, Dampagos, Revilla, Roapuno, Robes, Rocamora, Rodríguez Isidro, Rodríguez Máximo, Román Romero, Romualdez, Romualdo Roque, Sacdalan, Sagarbaria, Sajales, Salceda, Salimbangon, Salosa, Salón, Sambar, Sancopan, Sandoval, Santos Recto, Sarmiento César, Sarmiento Edgar Meres, Avellano, Semas, Yao, Cervero, Singson, Swansing Estrelleta, Swansing Horacio, Suárez, Alvarado, Tombunting, Tan Angelina, Tan Milagrosa, Tan Cherny, Tijada, Tebes, Chanco, Tiño, Tentino, Treñas, Tugna, Tupasti, Umali, Unabia, Unga, Único, Uy, Juliet, Uy, Rolando, Ay Barreta, Vargas Alfonso, Vilar de Velasco, Velasco Catera, Viloso, Vergara, Villaperte, Villanueva, Villaraza Suárez, Villarica, Villaren, Villago, Yap Arthur, Yap Milesio, Yap Victor, Yu, Zamora Maria Carmen, Zamora Ronaldo, Sarati Sobiri.
With 224 affirmative votes, no negative vote, no abstention, House Bill 7781 is approved on third reading. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we consider on third reading House Bill number 7801 and ask the Secretary General to read the title of the said measure and thereafter call the roll for nominal voting. So moved.
Any objection? The chair hears none. The motion is approved. The Secretary General is hereby directed to read the title of House Bill 7801, thereafter call the roll of members for consideration on third reading.
House Bill 7801, an act creating a barangay to be known as Barangay Panakan 2 in the Municipality of Nara, Province of Palawan. Roll call of members for consideration of House Bill number 7801. Abaya, Abayon, Abellanosa, Abo, Abueg, at Saron, Acop, Acosta, Acosta Alba, Adjong, Advincula, Garaw, Agabawag, Dipay, Villar, Albano, Alcala, Alejano, Almario, Almonte, Alonte, Alvarez France, Alvarez Mercedes, Alvarez Pantaleon, Amante, Amatong, Andaya, Angar, Castillo, Antonino, Antonio, Aquino, Magsaysay, Aragones, Arbizon, Arcillas, Arenas, Atienza, Aumentado, Bagaw, Bagaching, Bagilat, Banal, Barber, Bersaga, Bataol, Batocabi, Bautista Bandican, Bilaro, Belmonte Bilesiano, Belmonte Jose Christopher, Belmonte Ricardo, Benitez, Bernos, Bertis, Biason, Billones, Veron, Bolilla, Bondoc, Bordado, Bravo, Anthony, Bravo, Maravida, Brosas, Bulot, Bectang, Cagas, Calalang, Calderon, Calixto Urbiano, Caminero, Campos, Canama, Cari, Casila, Costello, Castro Franz, Castro Bedenil, Catamco, Cayetano, Celeste, Serápica, Ceriles, Chávez, Cepeco, Coco, Juanco, Juliantes, Cortés, Cortuna, Cosalán, Crisolgo, Cuba, Coresma, Cueva, Delipe, de Tol, Daza, de Jesus, de Venecia, de Vera, de Benzor, del Mar, de Lusario, de los Montalia, Dimapor, Abdullah, Dimapor, Mohamed Khalid, Duabit, Durano, Di, Ilago, Inverga, Erice, Eriguel, Ermitabu, Hain, Escuder, Espina, Espino, Estrella, Eusebio, Ibardone, Pariñas, Fernando, Perer Juliet, Perer Luis, Ferriol, Floyrendo, Flores, Fortuno, Fentavella, Garbin, García Gwendolyn, García José Enrique, García Albano, Garin Oscar, Garin Sharon, Gasatay, Gatchelen, Heron, Goana Cristina, Gomar, Gomez, Gonzaga, González Alexandria, González Aurelio, González Fernando, Goroseta, Julius Hernández, Herrera D. Ofer Halosos, Javier, Kokung Labad, Lakson, Lagman, Lanete, Laugan, Lasatin, Lichon, Lee, Lincachon, Lobregat, Lopez Benhur, Lopez Caro, Lopez Manulis, Loyola, Makapagal-Arroyo, Esmaceda, Madrona, Malapita, Manalo, Mangawa, Mangudadato Soato, Mangudadato Sajid, Marcoleta, Marcos Mariño, Marquez Martínez, Matugas, Villana, Mending, Mendoza, Mercado, Mirasol, Montoro, Nava, Nieto, Noel, Nograles Jericho, Nograles Caro, Nolasco, Núñez Malañao, Amina Locampo, Olivares, On Edwin, On Henry, Ortega Pablo, Ortega Binino, La Pacquiao, Paduano, Palma, Pancho, Panganiban, Panotes, Papanday, Pinchay, Pimentel, Pineda, Plaza, Primicias, Agabas, Kimbo, Radasa, Ramirez Arto, Ramos, Lampagos, Revilla, Roapuno, Robes, Rocamora, Rodríguez Isidro, Rodríguez Máximo, Román Romero, Romualdo Roque, Sagdalan, Sagalbaria, Sahari, Salceda, Salimbao, Gonzalo, Salón, Sambar, San Copan, Sandoval, Santos Recto, Sarmiento César, Sarmiento Edgar Mérez, Avillano, Semas, Yao, Silveira, Son Sin Estrolieta, Son Sin Horacio, Suárez, Alvarado, Tan Bunting, Tan Angelina, Tan Milagrosa, Tan Sherne, Tijade, Tebes, Tiangco, Tiño, Tolentino, Treñas, Tugna, Tupas, Ti, Umali, Unavia, Ungab, Único, Guy Juliet, Orlando, Ibareta, Vargas Alfonso, Vilade, Velasco Catera, Vilosa, Vergara, Villapuerta, Villanueva, Villarasa, Suárez, Villarica, Villarín, Villago, Yap Arthur, Yap Ineso, Yap Victor, Yu, Zamora Maria Carmen, Zamora Ronaldo, Zarate, Sobiri.
With 224 affirmative votes, no negative vote, no abstention, House Bill 7801 is approved on third reading. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I now move that we consider on third reading House Bill number 6979 and ask the Secretary General to read the title of the said measure and thereafter call the roll for nominal voting.
Any objection? The chair hears none. The motion is approved. The Secretary General is hereby directed to read the title of House Bill 6979. Thereafter, call the roll of members for consideration on third reading.
House Bill number 6979, Anak converting the Guimaras Land Transportation Office Extension Office into a regular LTO District Office. Roll call of members for consideration of House Bill 6979. Abaya, Abayon, Abellanosa, Abo, Abuega, Charon, Acop, Acosta, Acosta Alba, Adjong, Advincula, Garaw, Agabaw, Aglipay, Villar, Albano, Alcano, Alcala, Alejano, Almario, Almonte, Alvarez France, Alvarez Mercedes, Alvarez Pantaleon, Amante, Amatong, Andaya, Angar Castillo, Antonino, Antonio, Aquino Magsaysay, Aragones, Abizon, Arcillas, Arenas, Atienza, Aumentado, Bagaw, Bagaching, Bagilat, Banal, Barber, Bersaga, Bataol, Batocabi, Bautista Bandigan, Bilaro, Belmonte Feliciano, Belmonte Jose Christopher, Belmonte Ricardo, Benitez, Bernos, Bertis, Biason, Billones, Veron, Bolilla, Bondoc, Bordado, Bravo Anthony, Bravo Maria Vida, Brosas, Bolutang, Cagas, Calalang, Calderon, Calixto Urbiano, Caminero, Campos, Canama, Cara, Casila, Costello, Castro Franz, Castro Pedinil, Catamco, Cayetano, Celeste, Serápica, Ceriles, Chávez, Cepeco, Cujanco, Juliantes, Cortés, Cortuna, Cosalán, Crisólogo, Cuba, Coresma, Cueva, Delipio, Datol, Daza, de Jesus, de Venecia, de Vera, de Benzor, del Mar, del Rosario, de los Montales, de Mapor Abdullah, de Mapor Mohamed Khalid, Duabit, Durano, Di, Ilago, Inverga, Erice, Eriguel, Ermita Boay, Escuder, Espino, Estrella, Eusebio, Bardone, Pariñas, Fernando, Ferrer Luis, Ferrer Juliet, Ferrer Luis, Periol, Floyrendo, Flores, Fortuno, Puentevilla, Garbin, García Gwendolyn, García José Enrique, Garcia Albano, Garin Oscar, Garin Sharon, Gasatay, Gatchalian, Heron, Go Ana Cristina, Go Mark, Gomez, Gonzaga, Gonzales Alexandria, Gonzales Aurelia, Gonzales Fernando, Goroseta, Gullias Hernandez, Herrera D, Hopper, Haluso, Xavier, Koch, Unhun, Labad-Labad, Lacson, Lagman, Lenete, Laugan, Lasatin, Lichon, Liachon, Lee, Limcaychon, Lobrigat, Lopez Benhur, Lopez Caro, Lopez Manulis, Loyola, mga kapaglaro, Maseda, Matrona, Malapitan, Manalo, Mangawang, Manudadato Suharto, Manudadato Sajid, Marcoleta, Marcos Marino, Marquez Martinez, Matugas, Miliana, Mending, Mendoza, Mercado, Mirasol Montoro, Nava, Nieto, Noel, Nograles Jericho, Nograles Carlo, Nolasco, Núñez Malaño, Malañao, Noaminal, Ocampo, Olivares, Ong Edwin, O Henry, Ortega Pablo, Ortega Pininola, Pacquiao, Paduano, Palmo, Pancho, Panganiban, Panotes, Papandayan, Pichay, Pimentel, Pineda, Plaza, Premisia Cabas, Kimbo, Rodazar, Miresato, Ramos, Relampago, Servilla, Roapuno, Robes, Rocamora, Rodríguez Isidro, Rodríguez Máximo, Román, Romero, Romualdez, Romualdo Roque, Sacdalan, Sagarbaria, Sahale, Salceda, Salimba, Gonzalo, Salón, Sambar, Sancopan, Sandoval, Santos Recto, Sarmiento César, Sarmiento Edgar Meri, Sabillano, Semas, Chao, Silverio, Singson, Swansing Estrelleta, Swansing Horacio, Suarez, si Alvarado, Tambuting, Tan Angelina, Tan Milagrosa, Tan Cherni, Tijada, Tebes, Chanco, Ting, Tiño, Tolentino, Treñas, Tugna, Tupas, Ti, Umali, Unabia, Ungab, Unico, Uy Juliet, Uy Rolando, Uy Bareta, Vargas, Vargas Alfonso, Vilarde, Velasco, Velasco Catera, Viloso, Vergara, Villaferta, Villanueva, Villarasa, Suárez, Villarica, Villarín, Violago, Yap Arthur, Yap Minesio, Yap Victor, Yu, Zamora, Carmen, Zamora, Ronaldo, Sarate, Sobiri.
With 224 affirmative votes, no negative vote, no abstention, House Bill 6979 is approved on third reading. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I now move that we consider on third reading House Bill number 7786 and ask the Secretary General to read the title of the said measure and thereafter call the roll
Any
for
objection?
nominal
The
voting.
chair hears none. The motion is approved. The Secretary
moved.
General is hereby directed to read the title of House Bill 7786 and thereafter call the roll of members for consideration on third reading.
House Bill number 7786, an act dividing Barangay San Vicente in the city of San Pedro, province of Laguna into 8 distinct and independent barangays to be known as Barangays San Vicente, Pasita 1, Crisantenmum, Grosario, Pasita 2, Fatima, San Lorenzo Ruiz, and Maharlika. Roll call of members for consideration of 7786. Abaya, Abayon, Abellanosa, Abo, Abuega, Charon, Ako, Pacosta, Acosta, Alba, Adjong, Advincula, Garaw, Gabaw, Agdipay, Villar, Albano, Alcalo, Alcala, Alejano, Almario, Almonte, Alonte, Franz, Alvarez Mercedes, Alvarez Pantaleon, Amante, Amatong, Andaya, Angar Castillo, Antonino, Antonio, Aquino, Magsaysay, Aragones, Arbizon, Arcillas, Arenas, Atienza, Aumentado, Bagaw, Bakatsing, Bagilat, Banal, Barber, Bersaga, Bataw, Batacabe, Bautista Bandican, Bilaro, Belmonte Feliciano, Belmonte Jose Christopher, Belmonte Ricardo, Benitez, Bernos, Bertiz, Biason, Billones, Veron, Bolilla, Bondoc, Bordado, Bravo Anthony, Bravo Maria Vida, Rosas, Bulot Bectang, Cagas, Calalang, Calderon, Calixto Rubiano, Caminero, Campos, Canama, Cari, Casilao, Castelo, Castro Franz, Castro Predinil, Catamco, Caetano, Celeste, Seráfica, Ceriles, Chávez, Tepeco, Coco, Juanco, Juliantes, Cortés, Cortuna, Josalán, Crisólogo, Cuba, Coresma, Cueva, Dalipi, Datol, Daza, De Jesus, de Venecia, de Vera, Defensor, del Mar, del Rosario, de los Montaña, Dimapor, Abdullah, Dimapor, Muhammad Khalid, Duabit, Durano, Di, Ilago, Iniverga, Erice, Erigel, Ermita Buhay, Escudero, Espina, Espino, Estrella, Eusebio, Di Bardone, Pariñas, Fernando, Ferrer, Juliet, Ferrer Luis, Ferriol, Florenda, Flores, Fortuno, Fendebella, Garbin, Garcia Gwendolyn, Garcia Jose Enrique, Garcia Albano, Garin Oscar, Garin Sharon, Casatay, Gachelan, Heron, Go, Ana Cristina, Go Mark, Gomez, Gonzaga, González Alexandria, González Aurelia, González Fernando, Goroseta, Gulias Hernandez, Herrera D. Hofer, Halasos, Javier, Kokunghun, Labad-Labad, Lacson, Lagman, Lanete, Logan, Lasatin, Lichon, Lee, Limcaychon, Lobrigat, Lopez Benhur, Lopez Caro, Lopez Manulis, Loyolo, Makapagalaroya, Maceda, Madroda, Malapitan, Manalo, Mangawang, mga Dodato Soharto, mga Dodato Sajid, Marcoleta, Marcos Barino, Marquez, Martinez, Matugas, Miliana, Mending, Mendoza, Mercado, Mirasol, Montoro, Nava, Nieto, Noel, Nograles Jericho, Nograles Carlo, Nolasco, Núñez Malañon, Oaminalo, Campo, Olivares, Ong Edwin, Ong Henry, Ortega Pablo, Ortega Bininola, Pacquiao, Padono, Palma, Pancho, Panganiban, Panotes, Papandayan, Pichay, Pimentel, Pineda, Plaza, Primicia Sacabas, Kimbo, Radazar, Miresatos, Ramos, Relampago, Servilla, Roapuno, Robes, Rocamora, Rodriguez Isidro, Rodriguez Maximo, Roman Romero, Romualdez, Romualdo Roque, Sakdalan, Sagabaria, Sahales, Salcedo, Salimba, Gonzalo, Salon, Sambar, San Copan, Sandoval, Santos Recto, Sarmiento Cesar, Sarmiento Edgar Mere, Sabillano, Semas, Xiao, Silveres, Singson, Swansing Estrelleta, Swansing Horacio, Suarez, si Alvarado, Tambunting, Tan Angelina, Tan Milagrosas, Tan Cherny, Tijada, Tebes, Chanco, Tiño, Telintino, Treñas, Tugna, Tupas, Ti, Umali, Unabia, Ungab, Unico, Uy Juliet, Uy Rolando, Uy Bareta, Vargas, Vargas Alfonso, Velarde, Velasco, Velasco Cotera, Veloso, Vergara, Villaperte, Villanueva, Villarasa Suarez, Villarica, Villarin, Villago, Yap Arthur, Yap Pelesio, Yap Victor, Yu, Zamora Maria Carmen, Zamora Ronaldo, Zarate Sobiri.
With 224 affirmative votes, no negative vote, no abstention, House Bill 7786 is approved on third reading. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we consider in third reading House Bill number 7827 and ask the Secretary General to read the title of the said measure and thereafter call the roll for nominal voting.
Any objection? The chair hears none. The motion is approved. The Secretary General is hereby directed to read the title of House Bill 7827, thereafter call the roll of members for consideration on third reading.
House Bill 7827, anak declaring the province of Biliran a mining-free zone and providing penalties therefore. Roll call of members for consideration of House Bill 7827. Abaya, Abayo, Nabilianosa, Abo, Abuega, Charon, Acop, Acosta, Acosta, Alba, Adjong, Advincula, Garawa, Gabaw, Aglipay, Villar, Albano, Alcala, Alejano, Almario, Almonte, Alonte, Alvarez Franz, Alvarez Mercedes, Alvarez Pantaleon, Amante, Amatong, Andaya, Angara Castilla, Antonino, Antonio, Aquino Magsaysay, Aragones, Abison, Arcilia, Sareñas, Chelsa, Aumentado, Bagaw, Bagaching, Bagilat, Banal, Barber, Barsaga, Batawad, Batucabe, Bautista Bandigan, Bilaro, Belmonte Feliciano, Belmonte Jose Christopher, Belmonte Ricardo, Benitez, Bernos, Bertis, Biason, Billones, Beron, Bolilla, Bondoc, Bordado, Bravo Anthony, Bravo Maria Vida, Brosas, Bulot, Begtang, Cagas, Calalang, Calderon, Calixto Rubiano, Caminero, Campos, Canama, Cari, Casilo, Castelo, Castro Plans, Castro Pedinil, Catamco, Caetano, Celeste, Serapica, Cerilis, Chavez, Chepeco, Coco, Juanco, Coliantes, Cortés, Cortuna, Cosalan, Crisólogo, Cuba, Cuaresma, Cueva, Delipe, Datol, Daza, de Jesus, de Venecia, de Vera, de Benzor, del Mar, del Rosario, de los Montalia, de Mapur Abdullah, de Mapur Mohamed Khalid, Duabit, Durana, Di Ilago, Iniverga, Erice, Erguel, Ermita Boain, Escudero, Espina, Espino, Estrella, Eusebio, Bardone, Pariñas, Fernando, Per Giulia, Per Luis, Per Riol, Ploirende, Flores, Fortuna, Fentevella, Garbin, García Gwendolyn, García Enrique, García Galvano, Albano, Garin Oscar, Garin Sharon, Gasatay, Gatchalian, Heron, Go Ana Cristina, Go Mark Gomez Gonzaga, González Alexandria, González Aurelia, González Fernando, Goroseta, Julias Hernández, Herrera D. Hopper, Halosos, Javier, Kokung Hun, Labad, Lakson, Lagman, Lagnete, Logan, Lasatin, Lichon, Lee, Lim Kaichon, Lobregat, Lopez Benhur, Lopez Carol, Lopez Manuel Luis, Loyola, Makapagalaroy, Maceda, Matrona, Malapita, Manalo, Mangawa, Mangudadato, Soharto, Mangudadato, Sajid, Marcoleta, Marcos, Mariño, Marquez, Martinez, Matugas, Miliana, Mending, Mendoza, Mercado, Merasol, Montoro, Nava, Nieto, Noel, Nograles Jericho, Nograles Carlo, Nolas, como Niños Malañao, Noaminalo, Campo, Olivares, Ong Henry, Ong Edwin, Ortega Pablo, Ortega Bininola, Pacquiao, Paduane, Palma, Pancho, Panganiban, Panotes, Papandain, Pichay, Pimentel, Pineda, Plaza, Permisia, Gabas, Kimbo, Radasa, Ramirez, Sato, Ramos, Lampagos, Revilla, Roapuno, Robes, Rocamora, Rodriguez Isidro, Rodriguez Maximo, Roman Romero, Romualdez, Romualdo Roque, Sacdales, Sagalbaria, Sahales, Salcedo, Salimbang, Gonzalo, Salon, Sambar, San Copan, Sandoval, Santos Recto, Sarmiento Cesar, Sarmiento Edgar Mere, Sabillano, Semas, Xiao Silvera, Singson, Swansing Estrelleta, Swansing Horacio Suarez, Alvarado, Tan Bunting, Tan Angelina, Tan Milagrosa, Tan Cerniti, Hade, Tebes, Chanco, Tiño, Tolentino, Treñas, Tugna, Tupasti, Umali, Unabia, Ungab, Unico, Oy Juliet, Oy Rolando, Oy Bareta, Vargas, Alfonso, Velarde, Velasco Catera, Viloso, Vergara, Villapuerte, Villanueva, Villarasa, Suarez, Villarica, Villarin, Villago, Yap Arthur, Yap Pinlecho, Yap Victor, Zamora Macarven, Zamora Ronaldo, Zarate Sobiri.
With 224 affirmative votes, no negative votes, no abstention, House Bill 7827 is approved on third reading. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we consider in third reading House Bill number 7844 and ask the Secretary General to read the title of the said measure and thereafter call the roll for nominal voting.
Any objection? The chair hears none. The motion is approved. The Secretary General is hereby directed to read the title of House Bill 7844, thereafter call the roll of members for consideration on third reading.
House Bill 7844, anak renumbering the Surigao del Norte 1st and 2nd District Engineering Offices to correspond with the legislative districts in the province of Surigao del Norte. Roll call of members for consideration of House Bill 7844. Abaya, Abayo, Abellanosa, Abo, Abega, Charon, Acop, Acosta, Acosta, Alba, Adjong, Advincula, Garao, Gabao, Agdipe, Villar, Albano, Alcala, Alejano, Almario, Almonte, Alonte, Alvarez France, Alvarez Mercedes, Alvarez Pantaleon, Amante, Amatong, Anday, Angarcillo, Antonino, Antonio, Aquino, Magsaysay, Aragones, Arbison, Arcillas, Arenas, Atchensa, Aumentado, Bagaw, Bacaching, Bagilat, Banal, Barber, Barsaga, Bataw, Batucabe, Bautista Bandigan, Bilar, Belmonte Pilesiano, Belmonte Jose Christopher, Belmonte Ricardo, Benitez, Bernos, Bertis, Biaso, Millones, Viron, Bolilla, Bondo, Bordado, Bravo, Anthony, Bravo, Marevida, Brosas, Bulut, Bigtang, Cagas, Calalang, Calderon, Calistorbiano, Caminero, Campos, Canama, Cari, Casila, Castelo, Castro Franz, Castro Pedinil, Catamco, Cayetano, Celeste, Serapica, Cerilis, Chávez, Tepeco, Coco, Juanco, Colliantes, Cortés, Cortuna, Cosalan, Crisólogo, Cuba, Quaresma, Cueva, Delipio, Datol, Daza, de Jesus, de Benecia, de Beret, de Venzor, Telmar, de Losario, de Los Montalia, de Mapor, Abdullah, de Mapor, Mohamed Khalid, Duabit, Durane, di Ilago, Inverga, Erice, Eriguel, Ermita Buang, Escuder, Espina, Espino, Estrella, Eusebio, Bardone, Bariñas, Fernando, Ferrer, Juliet, Ferrer, Luis, Periol, Florenda, Flores, Fortun, Fortuno, Fendevilla, Garbin, García Gwendolyn, García José Enrique, García Albano, Garin Oscar, Garin Sharon, Gasatay, Gachilan, Hirongo, Ana Cristina, Go, Mark Gomez, Gonzaga, González, Alexandria, González Aurelio, González Fernando, Gorseta, Gules, Hernández, Herrera Hofer, Alasos, Javier, Co, Kunhun, Labad-Laban, Lacson, Lagman, Lanete, Laugan, Lasatin, Lechon, Lee, Lim Kaichong, Lobrigan, Lopez Benhur, Lopez Carlos, Lopez Manuel Luis, Loyola, Macapagalaroy, Maceda, Madruda, Malapita, Manalo, Mangawang, mga Dodato Soharto, mga Dodato Sajid, Marcoleta, Marcos, Mariño, Marcos, Martinez, Matugas, Miliana, Mending, Mendoza, Merasol, Mercado, Montoro, Nava, Nieto, Noel, Nograles, Jericho, Nograles, Carlos, Nolasco, Núñez, Malañao, Noaminal, Ocampo, Olivares, Ong Edwin, Ong Henry, Ortega Pablo, Ortega Pininola, Pacquiao, Paduano, Palma, Pancho, Panganiban, Panotes, Papandayan, Pichay, Pimentel, Pineda, Plaza, Permisia, Sagabas, Kimbo, Radasa, Ramirez Sato, Ramos, Lampagos, Revilla, Roapuno, Robes, Rocamora, Rodriguez Cito, Rodriguez Maximo, Roman, Romero, Romualdez, Romualdo, Roque, Sagdalan, Sagarbaria, Sajales, Salceda, Salimba, Gonzalo, Salón, Sambar, San Copan, Sandoval, Santos Recto, Sarmiento, César, Sarmiento, Edgar Meris, Avellano, Semas, Chau, Silvera, Singson, Swansing, Estrelleta, Swansing, Horacio, Suarez, y Alvarado, Tamonting, Tan Angelina, Tan Milagrosa, Tan Cherny, Tijada, Tebes, Chanco, Ting, Tiño, Tolentino, Treñas, Tugna, Tupas, Ti, Umali, Unabia, Ungab, Único, Uy Juliet, Oy Rolando, Oy Barreta, Vargas, Vargas Alfonso, Bilarde, Velasco, Velasco Catera, Biloso, Vergara, Villaperte, Villanueva, Villarasa Suarez, Villarica, Villarín, Villago, Yap Arthur, Yap Milesio, Yap Victor, Yu, Zamora Maria Carmen, Zamora Ronaldo, Sarate Sobiri.
With 224 affirmative votes, no negative votes, no abstention, House Bill 7844 is approved on third reading. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we consider on third reading House Bill number 7847 and ask the Secretary General to read the title of the said measure and
Any
thereafter call the
objection?
roll for nominal voting.
The
So
Chair hears none. The motion is approved. The Secretary General is hereby directed to read the title of House Bill 7847, thereafter call the roll of members for consideration on third reading.
House Bill 7847, an act providing for the construction of a circumferential road from the 1st District North to the 2nd District South of Cebu City. Roll call of members for consideration of House Bill 7847. Abaya, Nabellanosa, Abo, Abuega, Charon, Acop, Acosta, Acosta, Alba, Adjong, Advincula, Garao, Gabao, Agdipa, Villar, Albano, Alcala, Alejano, Almario, Almonte, Alonte, Alvarez France, Alvarez Mercedes, Alvarez Pantaleon, Amante, Amatong, Andaya, Angara Castilla, Antonino, Antonio, Aquino Magsaysay, Aragones, Arbison, Arcides, Arenas, Atchensa, Aumentado, Bagaw, Bagaching, Bagilat, Banal, Barbers, Barsaga, Bataw, Batacabi, Bautista Bandigan, Bilar, Belmonte Feliciano, Belmonte Jose Christopher, Belmonte Ricardo, Benitez, Bernos, Bertis, Biason, Billones, Beron, Bolilla, Bondoc, Bordado, Bravo Anthony, Bravo Maravida, Brosas, Bulutbek, Tangcagas, Calalang, Calderon, Calixto Rubiano, Caminero, Campos, Canama, Cari, Casilo, Castelo, Castro Franz, Castro Predenil, Catamco, Cayetano, Celeste, Serapica, Ceriles, Chávez, Chepeco, Juanco, Colliantes, Cortés, Coltuna, Cosalan, Crisólogo, Cuba, Quaresma, Cueva, Delipe, Datol, Daza, de Jesus, de Venecia, de Vera, de Benzoro, Del Mar, de Losario, de Los Montalia, de Maporo, Abdullah, de Maporo, Mohamed Khalid, Duabit, Durano, di Ilago, Inverga, Erice, Eriguel, Ermita Buhayin, Escudero, Espino, Estrella, Eusebio, Bardone, Pariñas, Fernando, per Juliet, per Luis, per Riol, Ploirende, Flores, Fortuno, Fendevilla, Garbin, García Gwendolyn, García José Enrique, García Albano, Garin Oscar, Garin Sharon, Gasatay, Gachilan, Heron, Go, Anamar, Cristina, Go, Mark, Gomez, Luce, Gonzaga, Gonzales Alexandria, Gonzales Aurelia, Gonzales Fernando, Groseta, Gullias, Hernandez, Herrera D. Hofer, Lasos, Javier, Co, Kunghun, Labadabat, Lacson, Lagman, Lenete, Laugan, Lesatin, Lichon, Lee, Lim Kai Chong, Lobrigat, Lopez Benhur, Lopez Carlos, Lopez Manuelis, Loyola, Makapaglaro, Maceda, Madrona, Malapitan, Manalo, Mangawang, mga Dodato Suharto, mga Dodato Sajid, Marcoleta, Marcos Mariño, Marquez, Martinez, Matugas, Meliana, Mending, Mendoza, Mercado, Mirasol, Montoro, Nava, Nieto, Noel, Nograles Jericho, Nograles Caro, Nolasco, Nunez Malañao, Noamina, Locampo, Olivares, Ong Edwin, Ong Henry, Ortega Pablo, Ortega Bininola, Pacquiao, Paduano, Palma, Pancho, Panganiban, Panotes, Papandayan, Pichay, Pimentel, Pineda, Plaza, Permisia, Sagabas, Kimbo, Radasa, Ramirez Sato, Ramos, Lampagos, Revilla, Roapuno, Robes, Rocamora, Rodriguez Isidro, Rodriguez Maximo, Roman Romero, Romualdo, Roque Sacdalan, Sagarbaria, Sahales, Salcedo, Salimbagon, Salo, Salon, Sambar, Sancopan, Sandoval, Santos Recto, Sarmiento Cesar, Sarmiento Edgar Meri, Sabiliano, Sema, Xiao, Silvero, Sinson, Sonsing Estrelleta, Sonsing Horacio, Suarez, si Alvarado, Tan Bunting, Tan Angelina, Tan Milagrosas, Tan Sherry, Tijada, Tebes, Chanco, Ting, Tiño, Tolentino, Treña, Stugna, Tupas, Ti, Umali, Unabia, Ungab, Único, o Juliet, Orlando, Ibarreta, Vargas, Vargas Alfonso, Velarde, Velasco, Velasco Catera, Viloso, Vergara, Villapuerta, Villanueva, Villarasa Suarez, Villarica, Villarin, Viulago, Yap Artu, Yap Milecho, Yap Victor, Yu, Zamora, Mare Carmen, Zamora Ronaldo, Sarate Sobiri.
With 224 affirmative votes, no negative votes, no abstention, House Bill 7847 is approved on third reading. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we recognize and consider, on third reading, House Bill number 7869. Ask the Secretary General to read the title of the said
Any
measure.
objection? The chair is none. The motion is approved. The Secretary General is hereby directed to read the title of House Bill 7869 and thereafter call the roll of members for third reading.
House Bill 7869, Anak establishing a peace port in Barangay Itzon, Municipality of Choron, Province of Southern Leyte, and appropriating funds therefore. Roll call of members for consideration of House Bill number 7869. Abaya, Abayon, Abilianosa, Abo, Abueg, at Charon, Ako, Acosta, Acosta, Alba, Adjong, at Vincula, Agaraw, Agabaw, Agdipay, Villar, Albano, Alcala, Alejano, Almario, Almonte, Alonte, Alvarez France, Alvarez Mercedes, Alvarez Pantaleon, Amante, Amantong, Andaya, Angaro Castillo, Antonino, Antonio, Aquino, Magsaysay, Aragones, Arbizon, Arcillas, Arenas, Atienza, Aumentado, Bagaw, Bagaching, Bagilat, Banal, Barber, Bersaga, Batawal, Batocabe, Bautista Bandiga, Bilaro, Belmonte Feliciano, Belmonte Jesus Christopher, Belmonte Ricardo, Benitez, Bernas, Bertis, Biason, Billones, Beron, Bolilla, Bondoc, Bordado, Bravo, Anthony, Bravo, Marevide, Abrosas, Bulug, Bectang, Cagas, Calalang, Calderon, Calistorbiano, Caminero, Campos, Canama, Cari, Casilao, Castelo, Castro Franz, Castro Pedinil, Catamco, Caetano, Celeste, Serapica, Ceriles, Chávez, Chipeco, Coco, Juanco, Culiantes, Cortés, Cortuna, Cosalán, Crisólogo, Cuba, Coresma, Cueva, Delipid, de Tol, Daza, de Jesus, de Venecia, de Vera, Defensor, Del Mar, del Rosario, de Los Montal, de Mapuro, Abdullah, de Mapuro, Mohamed Khalid, Duabit, Durano, Di, Ilago, Inverga, Erice, Irregal, Ermita Buhangin, Escudero, Espina, Espino, Estrella, Eusebio, Ibardone, Pariñas, Fernando, Ferrer Juliet, Ferrer Luis, Ferriol, Florendo, Flores, Fortuna, Fentevilla, Garbin, García Gwendolyn, García José Enrique, García Albano, Garin Oscar, Garin Sharon, García Tay, Gachelan, Hiron, Go Ana Cristina, Go Mark, Gómez González, González Alexandria, González Aurelio, González Fernández, Fernando, Groseta, Gullias, Hernández, Herrera D. Hopper, Helosos, Javier, Co, Kunghun, Labad, Lacson, Man, Lanete, Laugan, Lasatin, Lichon, Lee, Limcaychon, Lobrigat, Lopez Benhur, Lopez Carlos, Lopez Manuel Luis, Loyola, Macapagalaroyo, Maceda, Maturana, Malapitan, Manalo, Mangawa, Mangudadato Soharto, Mangudadato Sajid, Marguleta, Marcos Mariño, Marquez Martinez, Matugas, Meliana, Mendeng, Mendoza, Mercado, Merasol, Montoro, Nava, Nieto, Noel, Nograles Jericho, Nograles Carlo, Nolasco, Nunez Malañón, Noamina Locampo, Olivares, Ong Edwin, Ong Henry, Ortega Pablo, Ortega Bininola, Pacquiao, Paduano, Palma, Pancho, Panganiban, Panotes, Papandayan, Pichay, Pimentel, Pineda, Plaza, Permisia, Sacabas, Kimbo, Radasa, Ramirez Sato, Ramos, Lampago, Servilla, Roapuno, Robes, Rocamora, Rodriguez Isidro, Rodriguez Maximo, Roman Romero, Romualdo, Roque, Sacdalan, Sagarbaria, Sahales, Salceda, Salimbagon, Salo, Salón, Sambar, Sancopan, Sandoval, Santos Reto, Sarmiento, Cesar, Sarmiento, Edgar Mírez, Sabillano, Semas, Chao, Silvera, Sinson, Swansing Estrelleta, Swansing Horacio Suarez, si Alvarado, Tan Bunting, Tan Angelina, Tan Milagrosa, Tan Sherny, Tijada, Tebes, Chanco, Ting, Tiño, Tolentino, Treñas, Tugna, Tupasti, Umale, Unabia, Ungab, Único, Uy Juliet, Orlando, Ibarreta, Vargas, Alfonso, Velarde, Velasco, Catera, Veloso, Vergara, Villapuerta, Villanueva, Villarasa Suarez, Villarica, Villarin, Violago, Yap Arthur, Yap Milesio, Yap Victor, Yu, Zamora Mara Carmen, Zamora Ronaldo, Zarate Sobiri.
With 224 affirmative votes, no negative votes, no abstention, House Bill 7869 is approved on third reading. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we consider on third reading House Bill number 7901. Ask the Secretary General to read the title to said measure and thereafter call the roll for nominal voting. So move.
Any objection? The chair hears none. The motion is approved. The Secretary General is hereby directed to read the title of House Bill 7901. Thereafter, call the roll of members for consideration on third reading.
House Bill number 7901, an act declaring the province of North Cotabato a mining-free zone and providing penalties for violation thereof. Roll call of members for consideration of House Bill number 7901. Abaya, Abayon, Abellanosa, Abo, Abueg, at Saron, Acop, Acosta, Acosta, Alba, Adjong, Advincula, Agaraw, Agabawag, Dipay, Villar, Albano, Alcala, Alejano, Almario, Almonte, Alonte, Alvarez France, Alvarez Mercedes, Alvarez Pantaleon, Amante, Amatong, Andaya, Angara Castillo, Antonino, Antonio, Aquino Magsaysay, Aragones, Abison, Arcillas, Arenas, Atienza, Aumentado, Bagaw, Bagatsing, Bagilat, Banal, Barber, Bersaga, Batawil, Batocabi, Bautista, Bandiga, Bilaro, Belmonte Feliciano, Belmonte Jose Christopher, Belmonte Ricardo, Benitez, Bernos, Bertis, Biason, Billones, Beron, Bolilla, Bundok, Bordado, Bravo Anthony, Bravo Maremi Vida, Prosos, Bulutbek, Tangkagas, Calalang, Calderon, Calixtorbiano, Caminero, Campos, Canama, Cari, Casilao, Castelo, Castro France, Castro Bredinili, Catamco, Caetano, Celeste, Serapica, Ceriles, Chavez, Chepeco, Coco, Juanco, Colliantes, Cortés, Cortuna, Coselan, Crisólogo, Cua, Caresma, Cueva, Dalipid, Datol, Daza, De Jesus, De Venecia, De Vera, De Venzor, Del Mar, De Rosario, De Los Montalia, Di Maporo Abdullah, Di Maporo Muhammad Khalid, Duabit, Durano, Di Ilago, Inverga, Erice, Erigel, Ermita Buhangin, Escudero, Espina, Espino, Estrella, Eusebio, Ibardone, Fariñas, Fernando, Ferrer Juliet, Ferrer Luis, Ferriol, Ploirendo, Flores, Fortuna, Fentebella, Garbin, Garcia Gwendolyn, Garcia Jose Enrique, Garcia Albano, Garin Oscar, Garin Charon, Gasetay, Gachalian, Heron, Go Ana Cristina, Go Mark, Gomez, Gonzaga, Gonzales, Alexandria, Gonzales Aurelio, Gonzales Fernando, Roseta, Gullias, Hernandez, Herrera D. Hofer, Los Hos, Javier, Kokung, Labad, Lakson, Lagman, Lanete, Laugan, Lasatin, Lichon, Lee, Limkay Chong, Lobrigat, Lopez Benhur, Lopez Carlo, Lopez Manuel Luis, Loyola, Makapagalaroy, Maceda, Madroda, Malapitan, Manalo, Mangawa, Mangudadato Soharto, Mangudadato Shajid, Marcoleta, Marcos, Mariña, Marquez, Martínez, Matugas, Miliana, Mending, Mendoza, Mercado, Mirasol, Montoro, Nava, Nieto, Noel, Nogales Jericho, Nogales Carlo, Nolasco, Núñez Malañón, Oamina Locampo, Olivares, Edwin, Henry, Ortega Pablo, Ortega Bininola, Pacquiao, Paduano, Palma, Pancho, Panganiban, Panotes, Papandayan, Pichay, Pimentel, Pineda, Plaza, Permisies, Agabas, Kimbo, Radasa, Ramirez Sato, Ramos, Relampagos, Revilla, Roapuno, Robes, Rocamora, Rodriguez Isidro, Rodriguez Maximo, Roman Romero, Romualdez, Romualdo, Roque, Sagdalan, Sagarbaria, Sahales, Salceda, Salimbaon, Salo, Salon, Sambar, Sancopan, Sandoval, Santos Recto, Sarmiento Cesar, Sarmiento Edgar Meres, Abiliano, Semas, Yao, Silvero, Singson, Swansing Estrelleta, Swansing Horacio, Suarez, Si Alvarado, Tan Bontitan Angelina, Tan Milagrosa, Tan Cherny, Tejada, Tebes, Chanco, Ting, Tiño, Tolentino, Treñas, Tugna, Tupasti, Umali, Unabia, Ungab, Único, Uy Juliet, Uy Rolando, Uy Bareta, Vargas, Alfonso, Velarde, Velasco, Velasco Cotera, Viloso, Vergara, Villapuerte, Villanueva, Villarasa Suárez, Villarica, Villarín, Violago, Yap Arthur, Yap Milesio, Yap Victor, Yu, Zamora Maria Carmen, Zamora Ronaldo, Zarate, Subiri.
With 224 affirmative votes, no negative vote, no abstention, the 34th bill to be considered for approval on third reading, House Bill 7901, is approved on third reading. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that all bills approved on third reading be immediately transmitted to the Senate for their action. So move.
Any objection? The chair hears none. The motion is approved. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we adjourn session till August 15, Wednesday, 3 p.m. So move.
Session is adjourned until August 15, 2018 at 3 in the afternoon, Wednesday.